Do a week of no reaction content and see how many views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content.
What's happening?
Yes, do that, bro.
Let's do the big thing, which is this gigantic debate that XQC and H3H3 had. So if you don't know about this is a lot of streamer gunk, so please try to stick with me for a second. This guy right here on screen, this beautiful, beautiful man, is Ethan Klein, also known as H3H3. You might know him from Vape Nation. You might know him from his podcast, the H3H3 podcast. You might know him from a bunch of different stuff on the internet. He's pretty well known, but he's more recently known for hosting a podcast and giving commentary. Also a podcast with Hasan. And on that podcast with Hasan, he was very critical of a streamer, a French-Canadian streamer, a French-Canadian streamer by the name of XQC. He was critical of him because XQC is very blatant in sometimes stealing, if we're gonna put it lightly, a content. And I being a little facetious by saying putting it lightly, but sometimes they'll just watch like full like pirated like movies, or not even pirate, just full like movies like Batman Beyond on Kick. Like that's stealing content. Now, in most cases, people don't care because it's a gigantic multinational corporation. So who cares if he steals a movie and can get away with it? But recently, it's also been happening to streamers, where XQC will bring on a video onto stream, contribute very little in the means of commentary, very not really add much to the video, say very little for its runtime, maybe make a few faces, and that's his content, and he'll upload that on his YouTube channel. There are also examples of other streamers engaging in similar behavior, and it's a more general commentary in the space on how React content should be. My position is that if you're going to react to content, you should ask the streamer in advance. If you're not going to add a lot, you just want to watch it with your community. I did that with Lonerbox. And I know Lonerbox was very proud to know that DylanBurnsTV was reacting to it, of course. Or if you're not going to do that, you need to contribute something in a way, some commentary, some critique that transforms the content. I don't think you can literally sit there, do nothing, react to it, and it's okay. At that point, you're stealing other people's labor. And if you go talk to them and they're okay with that, then that's fine. But ultimately, that should be the decision of the content creator if you're not going to transform it in some way and you're basically just going to rip it. That's my position going into this. Now, I was told this debate got heated. You know, H3H3 on his last podcast with Hasan, he really lambasted XQC, man. He said he hoped he got sued for stealing content because it was so blatant.
Him and throw him up.
Oh, here he is. Excuse me. Oh. Hey, Felix, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like deep fried, bro. And also, I see myself on a delay. Look. Okay,
hold on one sec. We'll get it right before we start.
Okay, 1 second.
Dan is going to fidget around a little bit. How are you?
I'm doing good. I didn't sleep yet, but I'm chilling out. What's up?
You said you didn't sleep yet?
No, because I didn't want to.
Okay, sleep is optional for you.
Sleeps for the week.
Sometimes, yeah.
So how much do you sleep usually in like a per night average?
I'll get like 6, 7, but it just takes me a while to go to sleep. And when I go to sleep, otherwise sometimes I'll skip a day or two.
So you can skip a day or two of sleep and then sleep for 6 or 7, and you're fine.
And I'll sleep like an 8 after.
Dude, I used to be able to do this when I was like 12, and I would do it while playing video games. It was really stupid. I wish I still had the power to do that. It would be so useful, but I can't. I get too sleepy, man. I'm too sleepy.
Like a 2 or 3 day.
I'm a sleepy boy.
Bender. Mm-hmm. What happens is that if I wake up after like 6 hours after that, I wake up like I'm sticky, like my brain is like really slow and foggy, and right. my brain feels heavy.
Right. That's interesting. I think that's awesome that you can do that. I mean, sleep.
Yeah, same. To be honest.
Good for you, brother. All right. So is everything looking good back there, Dan, or you need a couple more minutes?
Very unhealthy though, but
do we still sound deep fried, or is it all good?
You are chilling.
We're chilling. Okay, so cool. Is everything good on your end, Felix?
Yeah, I don't see you anymore, but yeah.
You don't see me anymore.
I don't see. I see. Oh, because you guys project when I'm talking back at me. So whenever, as soon as I talk, I'm back in. Is there a way to just change that or not?
Oh,
Yeah, there is here. I got
Oh,
you.
okay, okay.
Oh, no, I can just pin you, I think. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can pin us.
No, it's
or-
because it's the
Dog, the hardest part of this debate is gonna be trying to understand what the fuck XQC is saying. And I'm not trying to be mean, man, but I don't like, and I'm not trying to be like racist towards the Quebecois, whatever, but like the accent on top of like how he like kind of like mumble speaks, like he's mumble rapping every sentence. It's really hard to like sit there and like process every word. You got to concentrate, you know how some people listen to podcasts while they're doing schoolwork. I assume many of the people who are listening to this stream right now are probably doing it while they're doing schoolwork or playing some video game, wasting away their days into some video game instead of calling their grandmother and or mother who hasn't heard from them in a very long time and loves you very much, and you should call them, you horrible, disgusting person. But I couldn't imagine trying to listen to like an XQ3 podcast while like doing homework or doing like playing some video game. It needs my full attention.
switch here.
Dan can fix it. 1 sec.
I think I can fix it. Hold on. Hold on.
But since you guys run this show, if there's anything on the screen you don't like a sponsor or something like that, I'll take it off, whatever that is, because I'm just drinking like whatever tea or like water.
Thank you
or whatever.
for saying that. No, you're good. Appreciate the thought, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. It's nice to talk about this stuff. I do think it's important, so it'll be good to have a chat about it.
That definitely is a pretty big point on the internet. Oh, it's doing it still, but whatever.
I'm surprised it started this peaceful. I guess it's very hard to get straight into a debate and be like, you piece of shit. But like, Ethan was really giving XQC like hands in his commentary. Like, this guy's a thief. Fuck this motherfucker. He's stealing content. I hope he gets sued. And then I saw XQ3 responded. I don't know if anybody got the clip, but XQ3 responded by mocking H3H3's tick. Like H3H3 was giving some commentary, and his head sometimes like twitches. It just like it moves. It's like he has a tick. XQC. And XQC, while seeing that, decided that he was going to like mock it on stream. Does anybody have the clip? I don't know if anybody has the clip. Let's see if I can find it. I doubt it. XQC tick. See if I could. Nope. Boy, I didn't even put XQC. XQC tick. See if I can get a video. No, I wanted a video of him. Media. Do we have media? Nope. Somebody has to have the link. Is it tick? Is that how you spell it? Okay. Man, see, I'm at the weird streamer size as like a streamer. I'm not at like 1,000, so I can ask for a clip and immediately get it. But I'm not at like 10 where like asking for it's completely pointless. I'm at a point where I can ask for it, but it's a coin flip if I ever actually get a response. See, that didn't work either. That just got me Tic Tacs, you fucking bastard. I have to YouTube it? Okay, I guess we're going to YouTube. Danabo's gonna have to edit this out if he doesn't. That'd be very mean. XQC Tech, does that work? No. XQC reacts to the weirdest guy on TikTok. That isn't what I was looking for either. Come on. XQC is a moron. That's what I've learned from this. On. Ethan. That help? Maybe if I Google that specifically. Here it is. Jesus Christ, took long enough. Sorry, the post has been deleted. Okay, well, that's very helpful. Does this work? Is it videos unavailable? Has it been scrubbed from the internet? Who is XQ3? What PR firm is XQ3 paying off to like erase all these clips? Who's going through deleting all this shit? Where did it go? Danabo, imagine thinking you're editing. Please edit this out, okay? Videos are long enough already. I might have found it. Unsure. Mods, you want the link? If you have the link, post the link. What do you mean mod? Of course I want the link. What do you think I'm just browsing the internet for shits and giggles. I just like to click links. I just like, yeah, of course I want the link. What do you mean, do I want the link? Yes, give me the fucking link. Here it is. Thank you.
If you ever see a video
Sorry, I was angry.
like that on YouTube, it is most likely from a fan channel that took a straight VOD rip and posted it on YouTube and is monetizing it themselves. It's not touching me in any capacity. And
Can I be honest with you?
What?
Go ahead, man.
There will be a time, in my opinion,
ahead,
where
man.
there'll be some legal hammer that will come down on streamers, and there will be a time.
You know,
guys.
chat. There will be a time where people don't even use cars anymore, dude. There used to be a time chat, people were gonna start flying. You know, chat. There's a time, chat.
It feels like he started to commit to it, and then he might have realized what he was doing, and then he stopped like midway through. It's kind of hard to tell like how committed he was to that.
Whenever it happens, you're like in the corner.
Let's fix that. I want to make sure it's fixed before we get
Unless I remove myself.
Dan, do you have any? He's working on it. Sorry. Just give us 1 minute.
Don't worry about it. I mean, it's Zoom after all.
For some reason, the Zoom works better with tech when it works.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You think he should hide himself?
Yeah.
So he can hide his camera, then he'll just see us?
Just look at our feed.
Can you try that?
The problem is he's seeing our switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a delay.
Oh.
So anytime Ian switches, he's seeing to him, he's seeing himself. I'm working on a workaround for that.
I mean, okay. Is it okay? Should we?
Can we skip this? Can we get into the debate, actually, please? Okay, good. They get into it.
Around for that.
Okay, good. They get into it.
I mean,
I might need a few minutes to fix it, so if you don't want to wait for it, I can still be working on it while you guys start talking.
Dude, I gotta say, when you have podcasts with people you don't like, or do shows with people you don't like, or people you're gonna get into a heated debate with because you just really don't like each other, this like first 5 minutes of interaction is always the most awkward because you don't like each other, but you don't want to be the first person to be like, fuck you, because it'll look weird if out of nowhere you're just like, fuck you. So you're just kind of like both just waiting for like the first instance where you can tear into each other. And I can feel that vibe in this room very much.
For me, it's fine. Since it's a production,
okay.
Yeah, I don't. As long as you'll fix it at one point, I'll be fine. Also, okay, somebody says mirror the camera. No, I can do that. Change the gallery. I already have gallery. We're good. I think it's because their tech switches from the speaker. Yeah, you guys mirror back at me pretty much, right? Oh wait, well, it's fixed.
Oh, good.
Oh wait, what? When you talk, you show me.
When I talk, it shows you.
Yes, that was what I was explaining.
He just sees our feed, our stream feed.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, you would have to mirror yourself pretty much, but otherwise it's fine.
All right, I guess we'll
This is great evidence that tech competency is not needed. It's not needed to get to the top.
just get started. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. Let's just pretend like it's not there.
So I just want to say, first off, like I was saying, thank you for doing this. I think it's an important conversation to have, and I think you're the right person to talk to about it. Simply because I feel, and I think you would agree with this premise, that you push the fair use value, or apparently you don't even care about fair use at all. And I don't want to put words on your mouth, so you can correct me where I'm wrong. But you seem to not care about it, or at least you push it as far as it can go. So you seem like the right person to talk about it with.
Okay, so I think there's 3 points to that. I don't want to get too debatey yet, but basically, I think I value a good life product, right? 1, 2. I think I'm the right guy because I do a lot of it.
Wait, somebody said that Destiny prepared XQC for this debate. Is that true? Did Destiny prepare XQC for this debate? That'd be smart if XQC going into this like prepared for it. I'm sure he'll do well. I'm sure he'll do well, man. He's got this, guys. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna be Ethan's gonna be blown away.
I think I value a good life product, right? 1, Two, I think I'm the right guy because I do a lot of it. I do good reacts, bad reacts, but overall I do a high density of reacts. I do a lot of it. But on top of that, against popular belief, I guess these days, I ask for permission a lot, and I try to make an ecosystem where things are good and not conflictual.
Right.
That's the main point. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that's all fair. That's all good. I want to make one, I guess I want to make one thing clear at the top, is that I want to focus on the YouTube uploads. Because the Twitch streaming itself, I feel like is too much of a gray zone, and there's industry standard. I would be less, I would be more hesitant to call what happens on Twitch a violation of any kind. So I just want to focus on what you upload to your YouTube channel. Is that okay?
Okay, so that's gonna be a yes and a no, because I truly believe that Twitch is somewhat of a competitor on VODs. If Twitch didn't have VODs, then that'd be wrong. That'd be right. But Twitch has VODs, and all the VODs stay up. When people react, they leave the VODs up. And it's quite the same thing as being able to watch or listen to music on stuff that remains in the VOD.
Okay, that's true. But just for the sake of this conversation, I just want to focus on, because like from a legal perspective, and I know you don't really care about the legality of it, and that's fine. But I just want to focus on like the YouTube videos as they stand as like a product. I understand that the VODs are on Twitch, and that would create an inherent problem as well. But just for the sake of the conversation, to keep things clean and keep us from getting too messy, that's my focus. If that's okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Just for the sake of having a good argument, I'll do that. Except for when the topic matters.
Sure.
Right. It really matters. If it doesn't, overall fine. But there are certain points that like it plays a big role into it. If it's too big, I think I want to ignore it. But
you know what? That's 100% fine. I guess I'm just saying that for myself, so that when I'm talking, you understand.
Everybody in chat who's jokes about me stealing this content, jokes about me needing to react harder, the more you say it, the less I'm gonna react, and I'm gonna gauge it. I'm gonna ride that fine line of stealing or not stealing. Okay.
Understand that I'm talking about your YouTube channel and not making general statements about what's happening on Twitch. Okay.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess my first question for you to start is that, do you think your work is transformative? Of course, that's one of the main tenets of fair use. I
mean, is that a real bunny in the background? No, that's a fake bunny. What am I saying? Did I just ask if that's a real bunny in the background? I'm a fucking moron. I think XQC's work, some of it's transformative, but when you look at the lion's share of the React content, it's hard to say that the vast majority of his content is transformative in the way, when we're talking about his React content, that would be considered transformative in the traditional sense. That as in you're contributing something new to the viewing experience that transforms it in such a way that doesn't make it just like a rip, right? So like, no, not like, oh, yeah, you're making like random noises or faces or just giggling like, ah, like you're contributing something. It more than like, what? Whoa, bruh. He's like really contributing something. Because if I took the Batman Beyond and I uploaded it to YouTube and I just said, whoa, bro, huh? Nobody would say that that's covered by fair use. I think it needs to be, I think it needs to be as transformative as you would imagine it to be in like a movie review or something along those lines. Now, it doesn't have to be 100% like meet this strict standard of React content and reaction level on every single video. Nobody should expect that, and nobody should, I mean, every single stream. But once you've uploaded it on YouTube, you've decided that this section, right? The section of your I think that's a jet. Yeah, that sounds like a jet. But when you take these videos, I mean, when you take these segments from your stream and you try to and you transform them into YouTube videos, you are basically saying this part of my stream is good section of my content, good enough to be preserved, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I do think there should be a standard that if you're taking that from your stream and you're putting it on YouTube, that you should expect a certain standard, a certain amount of response or reaction that makes it transformative, that you're adding to the original viewing experience like concretely, like you are adding to it. You aren't just like laughing and giggling. If that was on a Twitch stream, I think it might be slightly different just on a Twitch stream, but what you're bringing it to YouTube, and that's what we're supposed to focus on here. Yeah, I think it needs to be more transformative. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was a jet. So I got a little distracted there.
Do you think your work is transformative?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Wait.
Here, I mean, okay, because I was watching you yesterday, and here you said it's absolutely not transformative. Here it is.
You don't have to care. That's totally fine. But do you agree that you've created non-transformative reactions?
100%, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We've agreed.
So here you say you've 100% made non-transformative reactions. Did you change your mind?
Okay, we're off to not a great start. This is not a great start. Okay, but if XQ3 wanted the response would be here, I think the lion's share of my content is transformative, but there are reactions on my streams that people link me and that I click that are not that transformative. But the lion's share of my content and the content upload on YouTube is transformative. That would be the good escape. The problem is there is a lot of content on YouTube on his channel that is most certainly probably not that transformative. And so then it would just mean we'd be moving the goalpost a little bit. And then all H3H3 would have to do is go get one of those YouTube videos, find one that's not transformative, and then we're right back to square one. So, but I think the best thing XQC could say here is just like, I meant that the lion's share of my content is transformative, something along that line.
No, absolutely not. I didn't change my mind. The whole point is that nevers are really bad, because I think we all have stuff that is not transformative. If you do a full-on yes or no, I just kind of like play with the question, and that was kind of like.
So, but your work is not fully transformative. Some of it is not.
That's a bad answer. My response to that question was on the fly is a terrible response to that question. I was wrong. Okay, well, got you.
Your own admission.
Yeah, some of it is less reacted. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? Or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because
well, that's fair. That's totally fair. And so because it doesn't matter to you, I don't think there's any point to really even discuss.
Well, I can elaborate a little bit.
Go ahead, please.
And open the door a tiny bit, just to give you a general angle. I truly believe that usually the people that.
So I just want to make the record. I think fair use law is important to protect creators like me, but not only creators like me, but also just IP in general. Now I'm not saying IP law is perfect, but we do need protections in place. Now I imagine if you're XQC and you were to talk about this, he would say, look, legality is not morality. And at the end of the day, I'm fine with anybody using my content, right? Anytime. If they want to use my content or steal my content, they can do that. And I'm like, okay, but if you go to XQC's channel, right? Click it and check it out, right? This content is not taking 4 to 5 to 6 months to produce, a whole month to produce, a month and a half of script writing. This is somebody linking him a video, then he watches it, and for the majority of the video, he's probably not even going to say anything.
In response, officers were first of all, right? Based on the circumstances.
Anyway, you get the idea. Who's going to want to steal this? And I'm not trying to say, oh, it's terrible content. It's just some content is kind of hard to like add to anymore, unless somebody wanted to add to his reaction by putting your reaction on top of his reaction. So somebody's watching two reactions. Just there's not going to be nobody's going to want to react to this or respond to this, because there's not really anything to react to respond to that they couldn't get out of the original video. So yeah, nobody's going to really steal it. Nobody's going to take it. And so when XQ3 says, oh, XQC says, oh, you can take my content. If he was to say that, well, who's going to want to take it? And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. Whereas if somebody works 2 to 3 months on a very long video essay, that's something where somebody might be able to yoink it and make content out of, either through reacting to, or maybe being able to add some commentary because something substantive was said in the video, or they wanted to critique what was said. But that's just not the case with like an XQC video. Maybe he talks politics more often than not, and there would be a lot more to react to. But I'm just trying to get across that there is a divide between YouTubers who take months to work on videos that are then yoinked, and streamers who take basically the amount of time to say it out loud into a camera to make a video. Not all, because you still got to edit it, you still got to get thumbnails for it, but the content production process is very different. Streamers do it en masse. So you taking one of their like 5 or 6 videos that XQ3 throws out a day is not going to matter as much to him. There's just a major labor difference. There's a difference in the amount of effort, emotional effort, and actual physical effort that was put into the videos.
Enforce it are the ones that have a problem with it, right? The problem with the nature of the content itself. Because in terms of legality, right? Technically, if I'm playing some Telltale game, well, I mean, they could take me down anytime they want, right? Because that's their game, and I'm yoinking their stuff, right? So legality-wise, they could clap me for everything I've got, but for just playing their game.
Sure, yeah. But obviously, well, so fair use is decided on a case-by-case basis by a judge or jury. So it's hard to do big sweeping generalizations about what is and what isn't. But ultimately, if I understand your position, you don't really care about the legality of it. You're more like concerned with the philosophical thoughts of reacting to content.
The limitations of that is that I care enough.
Also, whether or not Telltale and all these bigger game industries, like video game producers, allow XQ3 to do that, that does not necessarily mean that everybody else would also allow XQ3 to do that. If a video game company was to say, I don't want anyone streaming my game is extremely story-based, and if you stream it, then you kind of ruin it. Honestly, as long as you're not adding anything transformative to it, and you're just doing these kind of like, and you see them, the video game movies, you guys know what I'm talking about, where they take all the cutscenes from a video game and they make it into a movie and upload it on YouTube. Those videos getting struck down would be 100%. These companies would 100% be in their rights to do that. The question is, do they have a right to do that? Yes, but they don't, because maybe they think that, they can get a few extra buys by having these streamers play their content, or they don't think it affects their bottom dollar whatsoever. But ultimately, that decision is up to the game company in question. It's just none of them are going to crack down on this, because it'd probably make them, the bad guy pretty quickly.
Enough about it to where it affects me, right? So I have to care, because it's the legality of it, right? Like if somebody wants to strike down, wants to send out a claim, whatever, well, I have to act on that, right? So whether I care or not, that will happen.
Right.
And it happens all the time, except I like to create an environment where I engage with people in content that are not going to do that, because they believe in the mutually beneficial nature of the interaction, such as video games. Even though the video games could strike me and they want for just playing their game on my stream.
Right. And so, okay. So I think my point is that we can kind of skip this whole conversation and move on to the, because I think we both agree, if we did a fair use analysis, and you admit that when you says it's not transformative, that a lot of the stuff you do would fail the fair use test. So we're on the same page. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised that a lot of these video game companies don't go out and strike down these like video game movies, YouTube videos. And especially those YouTube videos where people just upload all the gameplay, no commentary, why they don't strike them down. That surprises me. That honestly surprises me. And I mean, like, maybe like a 30-second clip of a funny moment in a video game, that's different. But like the video, I'm honestly surprised that those haven't been taken down more, because I see them all the time. Some of them do. That makes sense. I mean, if you're Telltale, your story is your game. Like, what if you're Telltale Games? The whole point of your narrative-driven experience is the narrative. You remove the narrative and just have it all uploaded freely online. It kind of like, well, damn, like what's the point of playing the game? Where if you play a game like I don't know, League of Legends, or you play a game like Call of Duty, or some fighting game like Street Fighter, there's like a different experience to watching and playing. Anyway, I'm just saying that I think there would be motivations between like a game company to actually go after that. And I don't even think it would be completely outside of their rights to do it. If I was to make a completely narrative, story-driven experience, and somebody was to upload the entirety of the story on YouTube, yeah, I'd be kind of angry. Like if I wrote a book, and then somebody just took the entirety of the audio book and then uploaded it for free on YouTube, and I wanted people to go buy my book, I'd be a little upset. And essentially, that's what a lot of these like Telltale game experiences are. They're basically choose your own adventure novels.
And also a lot of your stuff too, so we're in the same boat pretty much.
Probably not as much, no.
So I did a little of the stats. Maybe you don't want to hear it, or because you want to gonna la la la. But by density of content, with how much you upload as a person, as a channel, I upload this much, right? Overall, because I have a lot of runtime, you upload about this much. If you were to break down the percentage of non-transformative content, your ratio is almost higher as mine.
I have no idea what you're trying to say right now. You're going to have to unpack that more. I don't understand this much, that much. You got to explain that a little more.
So the content you upload on your YouTube and on your channels, right? The things that are on YouTube, because you don't want to do Twitch.
Talk about my podcast?
Doesn't matter. Your content, the stuff that you upload, right? The stuff that you control and upload.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay, sure.
So overall, if you add all the content you put out there, right? I have about that much, because it's a lot of runtime. It's a lot. I have
no fucking idea what you're talking about. Do you have proof of that? Like, you're just saying that much, this much. That seems a little silly.
I have one of the highest runtime across the internet in terms of like putting out content.
Oh, but
okay, so now it's gonna go downhill from here. But the thing is, I don't know if this is recent Ethan, because Ethan was vicious towards Hasan recently and in interactions about this type of React content. And afterwards, Ethan, I actually appreciated how blunt he was in that interaction. But then afterwards, he was apologizing like to his commenters. I like this. I don't know where this Ethan came from. But this Ethan right here, this is kind of like blunt, matter of fact. Like, this is just true, right? No, what you just said is wrong. No, this is the truth. Isn't that kind of silly? Like, just very blunt, not like overly aggressive and like mean, but just perfectly blunt. I like that. I hope it stays here, because Ethan also has a problem where I think sometimes he just gets a little braggadocious about it, and it can like, even he can make a winning situation a losing situation through being annoying. And I'm not trying to insult him. I'm just saying, I'm just being blunt. I'm trying to copy Ethan here, being blunt. So I hope he doesn't do that.
But fair use doesn't have to do with how long your stream is. It has to do with your commentary on the video. If your stream is 12 hours long and you're reacting to an 8-minute video, it doesn't matter. It matters what you said about the 8-minute video. It doesn't matter how long you stream for. So I don't understand your point.
So
that's a really good point by Ethan.
If you let me elaborate on my point instead of
Yo, I wonder. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Somebody should take all the big React streamers and gauge how much of their stream is actually them talking or like doing something, like playing a video game or talking, and how much is them just like letting other things play and them watching, just like sitting back. I'd be curious to see who actually talks the most and doesn't. And by the way, that wouldn't necessarily be like a great gauge to who's adding more and who's adding less. Because if I could make a better point in less words, like if Hasan rambles for 3 minutes about like, well, when it comes to the war in Ukraine, yada yada, and then you get to me and I say, I support Ukraine because X, Y, and Z, and it's like much shorter. Just because my point was shorter doesn't necessarily mean that it added less. In fact, sometimes making it shorter makes it more clear and concise, and it adds more value to what you're saying. And you can lose a lot by rambling and going on. So I don't know if it would be the perfect gauge to see who's adding the most, but I think it would be interesting data to have.
Breaking the semantics, right? Because you could
Not
went
semantics.
against.
That's how fair use works.
Okay, we're not even talking about the nature of the content yet. Fuck the content. It could be a blank.
Would you pay? Can you pay a person to waste their life watching these streamers documenting that? Dude, do you know how many unpaid mods there are? Sepson. Do you know how many unpaid mods there are? There are a lot of them, man. You'd be surprised how many people like do stuff for free, you know? But it would probably be an AI. You'd probably get some learning algorithm to do it.
Hold on, just to be clear, you said you don't do fair use, but I don't also. So we're talking about fair use, just to be clear, right?
Okay. Let's reel back a little bit and stop being stupid for a minute and just kind of like listen. Okay.
I'm listening.
You said that I upload non-transformative content. Yes, you said that.
You said that too, but yes.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, yeah. And I said that you do too, right? And I'm not saying so you would say, oh, but dude, it's like a U2 double fall fallacy, right? But in the instance where you try to take the high road and say, well, I don't do this, guys. Well, you do. And my next point is that in amount of content that you upload, you're non-reactive. There's actually quite a lot of it.
You know, this is something that I worry about. And I've said this in my recent reaction to this conversation, is I think back to the type of content I was doing when I first started streaming when I was 18. And I wonder how much of that content was just literally me just being like, oh, just like giving silly, funny, stupid reactions to stuff to try to like get people to watch. Or just like, you know, garner some, I wonder, because I don't think I was ever doing it consciously. But I do wonder about that. And it is something I'm concerned about. But I will say that an appeal to hypocrisy might be good, like rhetorically in front of a crowd. That doesn't necessarily defend, actually, it doesn't at all defend the morality of XQC's actions. All he would be proving is that both XQC and Ethan steals content. That wouldn't necessarily prove that, you know, what he's doing is okay.
Know what that means. You have to stop saying that. It doesn't mean anything. You're just saying stuff.
Well, I'm saying that
you're just doing this. You do a lot of this and this. There's no stats. There's no data. I don't even know what you're referring to. I mean, if you want to talk about stats,
Troopian has donated $10. Dylan Armor Fund.
Oh, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that, Star Troopian. I appreciate you remembering that. Or I don't even know. I think I said this on stream, but I need new body armor and a helmet. And it actually costs quite a lot of money. And I was actually told by a friend of mine that I should do like a GoFundMe or something. I thought that was silly. I don't like the idea of like sharing like a ask for donations for body armor or something for me, considering how much people just in this country generally need stuff. So I do appreciate $10 for the Dylan Burns Armor Fund towards getting a helmet and some new body armor. I wanted to get some good plates. I was going to buy it from a Ukrainian manufacturer, but man, can I just say, they are selling them much faster than they're producing them. They're selling a lot. Thank you for the $10.
and data. There's one specific video that I just analyzed, just picked one out of the lot. A rapper who got a $20 Anne Frank tattoo. This is a let me just read off some stats and you can tell me if mine matches up or is worse. So this is a video uploaded to your channel 10 days ago. A rapper who got a 10-minute Anne Frank, a $20 Anne Frank face tattoo, okay? So the original video's runtime is 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Oh, sorry, no. The original video is 8 minutes, 33 seconds, okay?
8 minute, 33 seconds. This video is 9 minute, 13 seconds. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was 10 days ago. That is less than 30 seconds of anything. And that assumes literally zero dead air. Oh my God. That is so bad. That is comically bad.
The video here that you
I mean, at this point, like, just like pull up a news story and read the news story. Because you're not. Why even have him present it through his channel? I guess, but then you're literally you're just stealing his video. You're adding actually nothing. This is just that. I'm sorry. I haven't watched the video yet, but 8 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, maybe he doesn't watch the full video though. Maybe he watches only like 10 minutes of the video. I mean, like the first like half of the video. Who knows?
That you uploaded is 9 minutes 13 seconds. That means you added 40 seconds to an 8.5-minute video, adding 7.8% runtime. Actually, I even did you a favor. I condensed all of your commentary on this specific video into just a short video because it's only 40 seconds. So I'll show this. Well, this is important because what you say, the commentary does matter. Because
before you finish, let me go. So you're about to prove me right. I said I do non-transformative dog shit. Yeah. And you're about to show me non-transformative dog shit.
Okay, fair. So I don't have to show it to you.
Wait, I thought he said it was. Wait. Earlier he says content was transformative. Ethan said, but yesterday you said it wasn't transformative. Here's a clip. Actually, I didn't agree with what I said there. It was a sudden moment thing. And now he's back to agreeing with what he said yesterday, is that his content is an untransformative dog shit. Okay. Yeah, no, this does not look good. This does not look good for XQC, man. The juicer is getting juiced.
I mean, you'll go clap me because I mean, I just said I did that.
Okay.
That's like saying I'm white and I'm on camera.
Well, you said that yours is more transformative than mine, so I don't understand the consistency or the point you're trying to make.
Now that you've brought that up, I mean, sure, let's take
well, hold on. Before you do that, let's just. Well, I do think it's interesting because the commentary does matter.
Okay, do that. What?
So then,
where?
Arnold began to notice that
Music?
Arnold didn't have the best.
Recognized
as one of the.
What the fuck am I watching? I mean,
Frank's tattoo was finished.
Wait, that
instant response.
That did pretty good, actually. What the fuck? That guy's really good who did that.
The argument that every
Bro, that crowd though. What is that, Tana? What the fuck? Adam 22. What the fuck?
Wasn't of interest to Arnold.
Why do you always pick the dumbest Reddit comments?
About the
I guess. I thought they had like one song. Fair enough. Hey, that's legit. Shit.
Dude, what makes it worse is he doesn't even pause the video to say it. He just blares it through the video, which continues to play, which through his mumbly way of talking, which makes it that much harder to hear him. So I really appreciate Ethan putting the fucking words on the screen. I wouldn't have understood it otherwise.
Well, anyway, he's like Kappa. During the line, he talks normally and shit.
Wait, feel good about themselves.
Chat said mutually.
So that's the entirety of the commentary you added to his 8, and I think it's even fair. And I know you don't defend yourself on this, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But the quality of the commentary, like you have to be commenting, analyzing, being critical of the content you're watching for it to be fair use. But that doesn't matter, right? Because you don't even believe it is.
Ethan, I think you're right. I think you got me. So I think instead, I think we should get an example, one of your examples. Then.
Oh no! Is this what XQ3? I keep calling him XQ3. SQC strategy going to be? Is it just going to be an appeal to hypocrisy the whole time? Well, that's already not good because you're already on. I mean, offense is the best defense is a strategy, but that really only work if Ethan allows you to pivot, and he's been good enough that I don't think he's going to allow him to pivot. Not to mention, considering his readiness so far, I think there's a chance whatever he brings up, he might also not know that much about and might end up fumbling because I've seen that happen before. People in a desperate attempt, once they're on the defensive and they don't know what to do, will just start grabbing at random dramas, throwing it at their opponent, hoping that something hits, and they don't really know anything about any of it. So then the person in question could just grab on into any of those things and be like, okay, tell me what you know about this. That I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen before.
Sure, I'd love to.
Let's get one of your examples that show me the guidelines, what I should do to react. How do I post that in chat? Can I post this right? Click on that. So instead of having my example of it, I think we should use yours instead, so I could learn how to be a better creator. How about you click on that?
Good idea. I'd love to check it out. Oh, I have to open it. Okay, I'll open it.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
1 second here.
Listen to the other.
So yeah, you uploaded to your XQC clips channel. You uploaded 5.
You'll see.
Dude, you're.
It's trend.
Oh, you uploaded 5. Well, I just want to explain it. You uploaded 5 clips. Or wait, shit. You upload on this channel so fucking
just
much.
play it. So when it was my turn, you played my clip. When it's your turn, you don't play the clip and you just comment before seeing it.
No,
How
I'm
about you
setting it
just
up
fucking-
for you. I'm gonna play it. I'm opening it. Here, sorry.
Okay.
So here it is. Here's one of them from your channel.
1.2 million views and 6.
Now, is it okay if we watch this one? Ethan shows XQC how transformative reactions are done. Number 4. This is the one you
Sure.
uploaded. Yeah.
Number 4 works. Oh, number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3,
65.
4. They're all good. So here it is. So you can.
Hours. Okay, King.
Jesus.
Finally over. Logan Paul.
Do you notice a problem already, Felix? There's a cut here.
Okay, King.
Jesus.
Why is there a cut there?
Huh?
Yeah, there's a cut here.
So whenever you play my video, did I say, "Wait, Ethan? I think I've seen something on the screen right there. Is that a dead pixel? Is that just play the fucking video, bro? Jesus Christ."
Okay, but it undermines your argument if you're showing an edited clip. If you're cutting out my commentary and then trying to say you do fair use, this seems a little silly. But I'll play it. I'll play it.
Play the video.
Jesus.
Finally over. Logan Paul apologized.
Coffeezilla, your slang is. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, more like an internet criminal.
Oops, wrong video. That was the first response. He actually
10 seconds of
apologized.
him sitting
in
there like a
another response.
moron. Look at this idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not high effort.
No. This is
editing
like
is not
that.
high effort.
I mean, hold on.
Here,
Hold on,
Let me get a
That's not
taste
it
of
either.
this. He didn't talk about it. He's literally just sitting there quietly for the first 30 seconds. You should sue him. Fuck you, XQC, you thief bitch.
Can I be honest? This does feel like an editing trick. I mean, he's doing zoom ins. It does feel like there's edits. I mean, I don't know. We'd have to go check the original video, but Ethan went to a video that XQC posted 10 days ago. Original source watched it, but XQC brings him to his own channel into something that is already pre-edited. Now, his edit could be an honest interpretation of what happened. Again, I think a lot of streamers steal content more often than they know, but they do it without even thinking about it. Why not the original source? Why does he have to edit it in this way? I guess for comedic effect, right? You can see it on XQ's face. XQC's face right now. He's smiling. I think that might be it. I think it might be the comedic effect. Maybe he's presenting it honestly, though. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Turns out it's actually on his secondary channel.
So if she chooses
I'll play the whole thing. Just let me know when to stop. If you want me to.
It's entitled "Thank You,
statement.
Coffeezilla." It's the third
They
response.
could
are
sue
no
you,
longer
and they
being
would,
circulated.
and they would be right to sue you. I think they would be in the right.
I think so.
Thank you.
Paul, and it's a pretty big change in Logan's attitude so far. So let's see what he has to say to us.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal.
I wonder what Ethan has to say, to be
He was
honest.
going to hire me.
What? Do you want to keep watching?
I'm just wondering. It's just, the guy says, "I wonder what he has to say." I wonder what you have to say about this because I'm
Okay.
watching you. And you haven't said shit yet. So I mean,
Well, I'm just. Well, you told me to let the clip play. Do you want me to let the clip play, or do you want me to interrupt it? You got to choose a lane.
I was trying to be creative with it and kind of do commentary at the same time. And I was asking the old Ethan, the guy that's morally above everybody, high roading, to react to it, but he's not saying shit. So there's like a problem with it.
Do you want me to keep playing it, or
Keep playing,
have you seen enough?
keep going.
Okay, cool.
But in all seriousness, this video
That's a good one right there, boy.
does have some major admissions in it I want to go through. For one, Logan apologizes to me.
I called him.
Wait, also, here's a question. Is this on stream or on YouTube? Because that's another reason why I'm curious as to why they didn't just give it to the original source and why we have like an XQC edit. Because as far as I know, their debate has been isolated specifically on YouTube and trying to talk about like taking stream clips from YouTube and bringing it to, from Twitch to YouTube. And once you put it on YouTube, it has to be transformative. I thought we were talking about this on YouTube. If it's on Twitch, wasn't XQC saying, or at least I thought he was saying earlier, that when it's on Twitch, it's different than when it's on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people make that distinction, and I even think there's a distinction. At least I treat it like a distinction personally. If I put something on YouTube, I'm trying to make sure it's only the content that I react to, I think the hardest, or give the most commentary to, or I can add the most to. So I'd be curious also if this is on Ethan's YouTube, because that's the standard we're holding XQC, X. We'll just call him X. He's Twitter. But that's the standard we're holding X to. So are we going to hold Ethan to a different standard with this video now? I'm curious what the source is from.
I apologize. My criticism of him right now is
Wait, but also Ethan only streams on YouTube. But it's still a stream, but yeah, so I think actually I don't know if we can do that because he doesn't stream on Twitch, does he? He streams on YouTube. Okay, all of that was pointless. Never mind.
he uploaded this to YouTube. Because I understand the nature of.
I mean,
live
listen,
streaming.
it goes on. But I'm going to tell you, I find it really interesting that you think this is compelling. This is actually, first of all, there's so many cuts in it. It's not persuasive at all. But one thing I do want to ask you about is why you cut out the beginning of the segment when I talked about it. Here's when I set up the video. Here it is. And again, the framing, what you say in the before and after is really important. So here's how that clip starts, Felix, which you cut out for some reason.
Yeah, so Logan made a video after he got absolutely bodied for his response, where he's like, I'm going to sue you. This is bullshit. You're
Why did you cut
defaming
this?
me. Oh, you played a video.
So is that a pre-act?
Without
Is that like
Oh, yeah, it's part of the same clip. You just went in
you.
and took out like 30-second slices from it.
So basically what you're saying is that you're going to the bar, right? And this part is like where you get in and where you get like a beer or something like that, right? And the rest of it, you just fucking say, basically it's like the intro. So if you put an intro, you're good. You say, guys, I have a video today, guys.
So
and
you
it's
don't
me.
understand how fair use works, and that's fine. But I don't know why you want to debate fair use when you don't care about it. Yes, what you say in the beginning matters, bro. You're analyzing, I'm contextualizing, I'm criticizing, I'm analyzing it. That's what fair use is. I'm transforming it. I'm not just sitting there and the audience isn't just watching the video while, you know, you.
Well, I will say if you just introduce a video and then that's it. I will say it feels like you are skirting the line a little bit there. I mean, like, unless you're like translating it and that's the whole reason you're doing the video, then yeah, you still need to add more commentary later. I guess the question would be, does Ethan add more commentary later? But still, this is more than what XQC did with his react.
I mean, you do get up and go to the bathroom a lot. So I know that you want to,
So-
but that's fine because you don't care about it. But for you to think that this is
so
proof,
you use me as an example for your indemnity. This is what you're saying. You just,
Felix, do you think this clip is compelling? Do you see what I'm
Oh, I should just call him Felix. You guys are right. I'm just gonna call him Felix. I'm gonna call him XQ3.
saying? That this example is really dishonest?
okay. So in that clip, my editor edited your own words saying it.
Oh, can I
Look at
ask you
him.
something? Your editor did this. Have you watched it?
Well, yeah, I watched it like you just did.
Oh, you
yeah.
did. Oh, you just
So-
watched it for the.
Yeah. Oh. I almost died, man. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, you fucking moron. Oh my God, he came so unprepared. He made his editor do it. He didn't look at it before. And he was smiling too. He was smiling during the intro. He thought he had like a bunch of secret gadgets and doodads that he was going to throw and deploy to win the scuffle. Oh my goodness. That is so bad. He came so unprepared. He didn't even know what he was sending him.
The first time.
So the cuts are.
Have you watched the unedited version on my podcast?
Yeah, it's
Okay. So
the
then why
cuts
was
are-
this removed?
If you don't let me talk, I mean, we're not gonna have a conversation.
Well, I
You
just
have
want to
a-
get. I just want to get.
Okay, so did he or did he not watch it? I'm so interested now.
to the point, you know what I mean? Because I don't want you to
Then-
deflect. I want to know why you cut this part.
Then when you ask a question, you have to wait for me to answer. Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
You said, okay, go ahead, please.
Because you
I
asked a
apologize.
question, you did 3 times. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there's four of them out of many of them, by the way. We only uploaded 4 because we didn't want you to go crazy with the DMCA stuff. Basically, it's pretty much a lot of it is spliced and it's back to back. So yeah, there is a cut. But
By the way, that editing would still be considered fair use because the editing you did was meant as a critique. So he couldn't, if you understood fair use, he couldn't strike it down with the DMCA.
Yeah, so
it's like you're pausing a video, but it's the same thing. You go in stretch of the 2.5, 3
you
minutes.
haven't proven that. But here's what I will say.
Well, go to get another one. Go get the one from Meat Canyon. That one is you. Okay. Listen,
Yeah, go ahead.
You combo mustache twiddling, hair, and neck skin, and you do like this.
Yeah.
And you have all sorts of things, and that's major react, bro. I have to give it to you.
Right.
That's
No, you're right.
transformative.
You're right.
That's insane.
You understand this concept because you talk about it all the time. Meat Canyon is my friend who gave me permission to react.
Oh, so it's about permission then. So now we're going to go post.
Well, hold on.
Well, yeah, it is about permission. It is about permission. Part of the reason I told Lonerbox today before I reacted to his thing that I was reacting to his thing today is because I thought his video was already really good, and I, in a way, I felt like I was stealing it a little bit because I didn't want to add too much commentary. Didn't want to say a few things, but I really liked the timeline he laid down. So that's why I told him in advance, and he was like, "Oh, dope, okay, everything's good." Because, yeah, I would want to get permission if you're not going to add anything that makes it fall under fair use, then asking permission would be the next best thing you could do. Because then possibly you would have the ability to just react to it with your audience, adding no commentary if your friend gave you permission. It's their labor. If they give you permission to use their labor in that way, then yes, you can. It is about consent.
It is. Hold on. Before we move on, I just want to make it clear that when you're accusing me of not adding enough commentary, that you did upload a clip that's deceptively edited, and I mean, frankly, dishonest. Why did you cut this beginning part?
Okay, so Ethan.
Why did you cut this?
Unfortunately, the problem that I have right now is that you're saying that now, and you're saying all this whatever, right? But it's quite literally you in the video that's edited that says
There's cuts in it. It's not the video. How is, if there's cuts in it, how is that a representation of my analysis?
All right, then examine Exhibit B, the Meat Canyon one.
I already told you I had permission.
Okay.
So why do I need to look at that?
So now it's about permission.
That is one aspect, yeah.
In the video, you're trashing me. You say he's sitting there for 40 seconds without talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your major concerns or criticism. It's why it's highlighted so much in the video. That's a big hit you can do at me. And I'm going to show examples of you multiple times where you go not only 40 seconds, you go 2 minutes without talking. So then right. I don't have to argue against you. You have to argue against yourself because these are your own words.
Well,
you have to watch your own video.
So here's what I'll say about that. You're right, because the 40-second thing is not a good analysis. That wasn't a good thing I said, because when you're considering fair use, you consider it in the totality of it.
Take it back.
No, you still are a content thief, in my opinion.
Take it back.
No, why would I take it back?
Because if you're going to reel it back and say,
I just said that wasn't a good analytical point. I still think you're a content thief.
Okay, but so take back what you said then.
Why? I believe it. I know I am. I apologize for the 40-second thing. I don't think it was a good analysis.
Okay. You want to go with the other comments that you made or not?
Huh?
You want to go with the other comments that you made or not?
Which comment?
We could go through all of them. Because you're wrong. You're wrong across the board. So, every behavior you call me.
Dude, it feels like he's purposely sinking himself, man. I don't think he realized how he looks here.
Out on? You have done in those videos.
Okay, if you say so. But why? Do you want to? Okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Okay, because earlier you said, do you care about this all the time? Not all the time? And I gave you an answer. You were like, got him. He said not all the time, when you seem to be the guy who doesn't do any stealing or thieving. And I have 4 examples right there. And you
did not show an example.
Well, then get another one then.
Well, that's not my job. You're the one that's trying to prove it. Why the fuck should I go pursue and try to prove I don't do fair use?
Ethan, bring me evidence that you stole content, quick. It's only fair. You had evidence of me stealing content. Give me evidence of you stealing content.
Use. That seems.
Doesn't that sound like fair use to you?
Stupid.
Wait, that seems like that's exactly what you guys have been doing on Twitter and whatnot, right? That's your whole concern.
Yeah, I'm showing stuff about you and not telling you to go find a video of yourself not doing fair use. That's moronic.
So you said thief, right?
Yeah.
Show me one.
I just did with the Anne Frank one. You did 44 seconds of commentary on an 8-minute, 30-second video where you offered no critical analysis.
And you don't have permission?
Not only did he add no critical analysis, he literally didn't even pause the video to speak. So he was speaking over the video. Like, it was impossible to hear. It was just the video. He just stole it. Did he have permission? That's actually a good question. Did he have permission?
Did you have permission for that?
Yeah, maybe I didn't.
So why don't you?
Oh, he didn't have permission. He didn't have permission. Why did you bring that up? Why would you say, did you, why would you bring it up if you didn't have permission? Did he think he would think of a better response in like the 5 seconds of time between him saying, what if I had permission, and basically answering that he didn't? He would think of something smarter to say? It's not even a diversion. He just like snapped to like distract you, but you didn't do anything. You just
wait, why won't you tell me? Did you or didn't you?
I'm just saying, are we moving the goalpost there now?
It's not a
What does he mean moving the goalpost? Does he know what moving the goalpost means? He's French, right? He should know soccer. He should know what that is.
Goalpost. It's just another facet of the conversation. It's not a goalpost.
It quite literally is when you make it a goalpost.
Okay, I do want to talk about the permission thing, okay?
There you
but
go.
I just want to, I do want to say one thing. In my career, in my 10 years of career, I'm sure that there's been times where I've done a less good job of reacting fairly to content. I'm sure of it, right? And
so you were Ethan. So you were Ethan, you're not anymore.
And that's something I acknowledge and something that I'm always working on and analyzing and thinking how I can do it better. It's something I really care about. And the reason why this conversation is interesting is because it's something that you don't care about. And I'd like to know, I'd like to understand that. But are you saying, have I ever done a bad reaction in my whole career? Yeah, yes, probably,
okay.
almost certainly.
So then, would you agree that old Ethan, or not too old Ethan, is a thief, sack of dog shit motherfucker?
It's so personal. Dude, this has gotten so personal. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. No, I mean, I don't. Jesus fuck. Is that what, did Ethan say that about XQC at some point? Did he say that about Felix? Where did that come from? He must have said something similar, or like some insult towards him. So he's like, well, you insulted me, so now I can insult you. But then wouldn't the response be like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. You still do that. And at least I care. You don't care.
Sure. Yeah. In those, if that's what happened in that time, sure. I was a dog shit, sack, loot, whatever the fuck you said.
Have you made any efforts to repair the damage or the things that you've stolen from the people that you thieved from?
Well, again, I don't have specific examples. There's nobody that's approached me, so you know.
Have you taken accountability the same way you want me to take accountability publicly for that?
I just did, didn't I?
Aw, damn. What's he gonna do now?
Not really.
Why not? I just said, yeah, I've probably done that. What do you want me to do?
You're gonna rob a bunch of people and say, guys, I might have robbed somebody. Lol. I'm moving on. I mean, this seems like kind of a cop out.
Robbed somebody? Okay, well, I mean, it is thievery. It is stealing, but is it like, but we're talking like, I don't know. We're not like, I don't know. We say robber. I guess robbery sounds like, you know, kind of like a mugging. Sounds like a mugging of type event.
Well, to be honest.
Well, it's not like going in a store and sticking somebody up. Fair use is interpreted by judge or jury.
So is it thief or is it not thief? Because the way I see it,
the way you do it, I think is theft.
When you steal something from somebody, right? There's gonna be a process of like finding who's guilty, how much, and there's a whole process behind it, like the legal system is. Just like, I mean, don't you care about the legal system? You seem to care about DMC a lot, right? So being a thief, surely you're gonna care about that a lot. So did you damage them? Did you talk to them? Did you make an apology?
I don't know who the victims are or if there are any. All right, let's move on. We're talking in circles a little bit. We want to talk about the permission thing?
Sure. I mean, so what you're doing is running away pretty much. We're not running
well, no,
you're running in a direction and you're going straight forward. That's what's going on right now.
That's clearly
he's just flailing.
Not the case, but I will just let it be for the sake of.
It gets worse. How does it get worse? I don't even. He's just flailing around now. What do you mean it gets worse? How could it get worse than this?
Continuing the argument.
Gotcha. Keep going.
But yeah, you do it every single day. I mean, I've done it maybe a few times in my career. I've done, you know.
Oh, I got a Keffels raid. Keffels. Hello, Keffels Wigglers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't believe I missed the Keffels raid. Thank you. Welcome. We're watching the Felix Ethan debate. They're debating if Ethan is gonna execute him in the gallows. Gonna put his head in the wood chopper for stealing content. We're doing it medieval rules. Wiggler time, welcome. There's also a lot of bad blood here left over from the gambling on Twitch debacle. I don't know much about the gambling on Twitch debacle. Okay, my stance on gambling is clear. Most people who lose stop gambling before they win. 99% of people who fail at gambling fail because they stopped before they were going to win. Always gamble more. That is my stance on gambling.
And again, I don't know who the victims are, and if they come, or nobody's ever come to me. Has anyone ever complained that you stole their videos?
Anybody that has
Anybody ever?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Okay, because nobody's ever complained to me about that.
Oh, so now you care about robbing somebody, right?
Well,
and if they didn't tell me, well, you know what? We're chilling.
You're saying the victim of the crime doesn't matter?
Which is exactly what you went after me with.
Does the victim of a crime not matter?
Well, he's asking after the fact that was the exact argument that you went at me for, and you're running away from it.
I don't know. Listen, the proof that you have victims is literally just concrete proof you did it. That's the only reason I'm saying it. I don't understand your point.
So when we say victims, I said
some people you stole from. They're a victim.
Okay. So, okay, what about your victims?
I don't know who they are. How many times do I need to say that?
Okay, me reaching out and making an agreement with them and
every time.
Yes, you're not okay. Listen, Ethan, if you want to open up the chat and go with the logs, I have so many logs to make your head spin.
Let me ask you a question.
I have hundreds of emails sent to people.
Yes, this is how I think. This is how gambling works. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
More than any.
Oh snap! No. Oh no, I skipped. I forget where it was.
Morally corrupt bank.
Every penny of that, I'll say this.
Where was I?
He's a paid actor.
Yeah. Be better with it, and
that's the only reason I'm saying it. I don't understand your point.
Okay, so, I found it.
When we say and go with the logs, I have so many logs to make your head spin.
Let me ask you a question.
I have over.
Hey, Ducky Lammer at the tier 3 sub in gutter chat. We don't get a lot of tier 3 subs, especially not in gutter chat instead of site chat. Welcome to the slums, man. I appreciate it. Welcome.
I have hundreds of emails sent to people, more than any reactor, which is more than your friend Hasan. He does way less asking than I do.
Why are you bringing up Hasan? What does that have to do with anything?
Because whenever he was on your podcast, he was sucking his balls out.
Well,
right?
that's
when he
again,
does Mr. Chair react, and
you know that's the thing that's funny about that is because I felt like when Ethan was debating over this React content, he was being pretty aggressive with Hasan, but maybe he's referencing something else. Because I don't know if actually, no, it did feel like Ethan was calling him out over the chair things a few times during that interaction too. I remember Ethan even went to the comments to like kind of apologize for how blunt he was afterwards. I don't think he should have, by the way. I think he was really fair with Hasan, honestly.
Dude, you're so dishonest. You don't even know what you're talking about. Last week, I chewed him out for an hour to the point where I had to apologize because people were mad at me.
That sounds like your problem.
You literally don't know.
That sounds like your problem.
It is my problem, but you have no consistency what you're talking about. You just said I lick his balls, and now I proved you wrong.
Consistency?
You're making no sense, bro.
So
what do you mean it's my problem?
Piece of shit for doing chair react when he does.
All right, this is so mind-numbingly dumb. Let's just move on to the permission part.
You know what? You want to fucking keep doing a sprint? Let's just keep running. Let's do a marathon, me and you. How about that? Because we're running a straight line right now. I'm running after you, and you are going straight forward.
Okay, good. I mean, that's the point of the conversation, right?
Let's just keep going then.
What percentage of people would you say you get permission from?
The majority. Because the way it works for me, but for React, the main lines, most of the content that
XQC when he switches arguments. I mean, I don't understand these references, man. There's a big culture gap between me and my community. But I appreciate the meme anyway. It seems like most of my chat loved it. Ninja Smoke Bomb? Yeah, I think it was a Ninja.
I like it. I have it all lined up, right? So people that I really like it, I like the best. We reach out to them and we create this little kind of partnership, right? And when there's a smaller creators, I try to be way more careful with the amount of growth that they're getting, how many subscribers they have, and I try to be better with it. And quite honestly, when it comes to small creators, I have never had any pushback, right? So no victims in that case.
Okay, that's perfect. Have you heard of a guy named Vince Vintage? You reacted to 2 of his videos. This one was from a month ago.
In a stolen airplane.
You remember this video? Disappearance of FBI's most wanted 16-year-old. XQC reacts. This is from a month ago.
That was 2.5 months, 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay, perfect. So it was very recent. So, so would you consider this guy a small creator? He doesn't have a lot of subs. In fact, here's his original video.
Flying in a stolen.
He only has 400,000. Well, that's not small. But anyway, you did this recently. Do you know who that?
Yo, I wish I could. Yo, 400,000 is small, dude. I am a minnow. I am a minnows fighting against the stream, man. You guys pushing me up. You guys are pushing me up the stream. I appreciate it. 400,000 is small. Jesus Christ.
That guy is?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you ask him for permission?
I don't know. Did he complain? Because at this point, I don't know if I have a victim, right? I don't know. So I didn't do.
Well, you do actually. And what's funny is I literally just reached out to one random person from your recent reacts, just one, who followed me because I knew.
It's just one. It's just one. It was only one for sure.
Yeah. No, I swear to God.
So you went to ask? Are you a victim, by the way?
Let me hold on. This is important. This is important for you to understand. So I reached out to Vince Vintage, and I said, "Hey, I'm just curious. Did XQC get permission?" And I'm going to read you the message he sent me, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
He said, "Really appreciate you reaching out, Ethan. I've never been contacted by XQC at all for any of my Iraq videos. My personal take is this. I love big streamers watching, like XQC, Hasan, Mizkif, Moist Critical, watching my videos on their stream. It's a big ego boost. But when XQC does it, it's different. When he watches my video, he always re-uploads the whole thing on his YouTube channel with his insightful commentary as, wow, chat, isn't this crazy? Compared to when Hasan watched my stuff, he shouted me out, and he says he loves my stuff, and he sent a bunch of subscribers to my channel. A fair exchange. Here's a video. He showed me a video of Hasan doing that. And then he said, XQC, he really just steals my shit. Entertains his audience of hundreds of hours I put into my videos while I get just a link in the YouTube description. The problem isn't the reacting, it's the re-uploading of my video with his face on the thumbnail. And also, and I don't DMCA him because I don't want the Twitter drama."
Oh. He doesn't want the Twitter drama.
Wait, why are you? Well, hold on. This guy says you stole his shit. Why are you denigrating that? I think you should take this seriously.
Well, because one, he's a paid actor, right? Which I think. Well, I mean, that's a paid actor, 100%.
Wait, what? What did you say? It's
a paid actor.
He's a paid actor.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, well, just assume for the sake of the conversation that he's not a paid actor.
Okay.
Dude, he is XQC has decided that he is not only gonna try to swim across the English Channel in an amazing feat of strength and try to fight against the broad swath of evidence against him for him basically just nabbing content, right? He has decided that midway through that swim to add cement shoes and keep going anyway. Why would he just accuse him of being a paid actor with no evidence? And he asserts it like 2 or 3 times. No evidence whatsoever. This is like Alex Jones, InfoWar, tinfoil hat bullshit. Like, yeah, it didn't sound good for you, XQC, and you know, it's a resource that Ethan has, but the best thing you could have done is wait for the debate to be over, then reach out to him yourself and resolve it privately. And hey, if he misrepresented him, then afterwards you could have used that against him. Like, hey, I went and I talked to him and he told me that you misrepresented him, that he actually did not call me a thief. And then Ethan's on the back foot. But no, you just go for the 1-2 swing, just swing wildly. You just accuse him of being a paid actor. God. He is trying to sabotage himself in every way. Oh my God, man. Somebody said Destiny gave him prep, like 5 minutes prep. This was a lost cause, man. This was a lost cause, man. There was no way you could salvage this. There's no way you can salvage it, man.
Yeah, okay. So the first guy you react, right? The first guy you send a message to sends you a paragraph, looks like the Bible, right? And is stroking your ego out. Well, you know what? That's okay. I'll bite, no problem.
Yeah, just, yeah.
So what's really cool about this, right, is that we can make that type of interaction I have with this person and make it 10 times better for our ecosystem, right? Of what I watch, what I upload. If he had asked, he doesn't have to. He can use the DMCA system, and maybe there will be Twitter drama or not. Usually, we never make drama for DMCA stuff. But then
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Why are you not responding to his accusation? He says you're stealing his shit.
Let me elaborate.
I don't know. Okay.
Let me elaborate then. He would be a data outlier of a person who doesn't like it, and we can either recurve that, make it better, and I will de-damage him for every dollar that he.
Read in side chat just said one paragraph seems as long as the Bible to him.
Lost to me, right? And he had analytics to back up how much the video on.
It was the prep video. Okay, one second. Let me check that out.
YouTube cannibalized his or any sort of damaging data or stats behind it. I would be more than happy to give him 10x whatever damage was
good.
caused.
He'll reach out. Have you ever paid anybody 10x before? Has that ever happened?
We have
How many
people
times?
Before. Whenever it arises,
How many times does it happen?
I will have to check with editor, but
not a lot. I'd assume not a lot.
Oh God, man, getting rolled, man. He's getting rolled. No, I thought somebody said it was like 5 minutes long. This is like an hour. This is like 2.5 hours. This is like.
So that argument makes no sense. The whole
no.
Yeah,
it doesn't defeat that argument.
Oh my God, this is 2.5 hours. Oh my God, this is really sad.
A lot of people do that.
Oh, okay. So the amount.
He shouldn't be this. No, man. He doesn't need 2.5 hours. He needs like debate college. No, he needs to go first. He needs to go through debate preschool. Then he can go through debate kindergarten. Okay. That's when he, debates 2 + 2, okay? Then he can go into debate middle school. And maybe by the end of the decade, he'll be in debate high school, transitioning into debate college.
Really is what you're looking at then.
Just the amount of times that people actually take you up on that. Because what you're saying is, I'm going to steal your...
No, you can't always save a sinking ship, man. You can't always save a sinking ship. Debate trade school? Yeah, he would take his, what's that test you can take to get out of high school early? XQC makes Pearly things look like a strong debater. Honestly, I don't think I would ever say that, but yes, actually, I don't know if nobody can make it look strong. Yeah, he takes his debate GED. Nobody can make Pearly things look like a strong debater, but she does look like a better debater than XQC. If you put XQC on Piers Morgan's show, Piers Morgan would skin him alive.
Your stuff, and I don't care if you have a problem with it. You can come talk to me. Like that's not your right. Shouldn't you apologize to Vince?
Yes, I apologize to Vince.
It's not his job to come ask you for reparations for you stealing from him. Don't you understand that?
So what you're saying is that you went digging for victims.
I literally messaged one dude.
Okay, so nobody in your production room believe
Why don't you just apologize to Vince Vintage?
I absolutely will, and I feel I didn't get a Twitter DM. I didn't get nothing. I feel really bad. You wanna know why?
He feels really bad. He just accused him of being a paid actor. You can't, dude. It was 5 minutes ago. You accused him of being a paid actor. You can't go from paid actor to I feel bad to paid actor to I feel bad. You can't flip flop. Come on, man.
Because all about the whole sphere of this, everything around it, is to make something good happen, right?
I haven't felt like this. I haven't watched a train crash this bad since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, that early month, man. It just feels like each week, it's like, it can't get any worse for him. It can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. There's no way he's gonna, oh my God. He came with no plan. He had just no idea what he's doing. That's what I feel like right now. Just complete winging it. Going by the straps of his belt, man. Oh my goodness.
And that matters to me a lot.
That's such bullshit, bro. Nice try. You literally do it to enrich yourself. You're a multimillionaire and you steal content from small creators and you don't give a fuck about their rights or what they want. And then your only justification is, oh yeah, you can come chase me down and complain and try to get my attention so I can pay you for the shit I stole. It's total bullshit, bro. You're not creating anything big for anyone. You're just taking attention and views for yourself, and you don't give a fuck about the consequences of that. It's not your decision to make that for other people's property.
You sound like watch out! You kind of sound like a Robin Hood or something. Are you like some sort of hero or something like that? Because it seems like you do a lot of that, and you take the high road on it. You take the high road on that. One, that's my point. You have done that. You do that.
You haven't proven that.
Well, it's all
okay. Fine, I did it. You know what I mean? It's like so stupid. What is it?
Should it?
What does
because you can't use me as an example for your own thing because
you keep saying that
you're doing it.
Not proven.
You're doing it. You call me a thief piece of shit when you're doing it.
You haven't proven that. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Let me send one DM. I will, guys. I'm going to send one message, and he will automatically give me a full response right now. Give me a minute for it. Okay.
You're making fun of this message I got from Vince Vintage, which is a genuine. He was expressing himself genuinely, and he was disturbed by the way he uses content. Can I ask you another question related to Vince?
I'll take it down right now. I will take it down. If Vince wants to come in right now, send me a DM. I'll take it down right now. I will give you every penny of that, and I'll say this ecosystem but that doesn't work for you.
Let me ask you a question. This is the video, and you do this all the time. You'll agree.
Yes. Yes.
You use the exact title and the exact thumbnail. The only reason for anybody to do that is to confuse search and discovery and cannibalize views from the original.
I don't know if that's true. I actually don't know that. I mean, I'm not familiar. I haven't thought about that before, but it could just be like, okay, if I was going to respond to a video, right, that did very well, I would most certainly want to probably put my face on something resembling that video, which might be for a movie. It might be a movie poster. For something like this, it might be a thumbnail. So I don't think that's necessarily just the thumbnail alone. I don't think it's necessarily like screwing them over in the algorithm like that. The title combined with that may be a little bit more. And that's going to make me more, I think, attentive personally to make sure that I don't do something similar to that.
This is the video, and you do this all the time. You'll agree.
Yes. Yes.
You use the exact title and the exact thumbnail. The only reason for anybody to do that is to confuse search and discovery and cannibalize views from the original. That is the only reason to do that.
Do you have any sets to back that up? Because I have the sets of the opposite.
Dude, it's the thumbnail and the title. Don't you see that users will be confused?
Let me tell you something, Ethan.
Don't you think so?
Users would be confused. I don't know. It'd be kind of hard for me to like tell too much of a difference. I think XQC's giant face on the thumbnail would probably stick out to me, and it would make me think it was a React video. But I could see how somebody maybe unfamiliar would not know, and then they would click it thinking it was the original. Or they would see the original instead of, this new React version instead of the original, and then just click that. I don't know. I don't know enough about the data behind this to really comment. I'm trying to scrape whatever little knowledge I have about the YouTube algorithm out of my brain, but I don't handle that. That's handled mostly by my editors. I know enough to get by, but I don't know all of the deep details.
My YouTube channel does not grow. It quite really doesn't. But you're thinking.
Well, that's because you just post a ton of shit there. No, you don't put any effort into it.
Okay, and why do you think that is?
Because you don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Clearly.
So, gotcha. So these are cut downs for the people that we call the YouTube frogs that are just watching my shit.
It's not your content, though. You don't get that right.
Okay, well, same goes applies to you then.
No, you haven't proven that. You keep saying that, but it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, then show me proof you asked for permission and where you got it.
Why? Now you're asking me to show you proof? Dude, you're absurd. Why is it? You think it's crazy? Dude, the fact that you're using the same title and the same thumbnail is so parasitic. It's so shady. You are only doing that to siphon off views and confuse people. There's no other reason for that. Why would you use the same exact title and the same exact thumbnail? Explain that to me.
So are you more upset about the title or about the content?
I guess, like, logically, if I was in XQC's position, I guess my position would, if I was in his position, or I'm trying to think of the least nefarious way to do this, it would be, well, if somebody watches the original video, then the algorithm will associate this with the original. So they click that, watch the original, then they want to see a reaction, they see mine. And then they click that. I guess that'd be the least nefarious way to put it. But I don't know, man. It feels like all of XQ3's, all of Felix's defenses are just like crumbled. His castle walls have been caved in. But I think that would be the smartest thing to say.
The video itself.
Well, it's the intention, dude. It's all together. You're intentionally confusing people to click your video instead of his.
Since you're all about legality, you would understand that intention is one of the hardest things to prove out there, right?
I'm talking about philosophy. We already moved past legality. You don't care about fair use.
Yeah, no, we're gonna like do.
Just answer the question, Felix. Why did you do that? Why did you give it the same exact title and thumbnail? Just answer that.
Oh, because I wanted to.
Why did you want to?
Oh, because I wanted to.
Why did you want to?
Because the thumbnail is good and it gives the viewer what they want.
Right.
And,
which is the original video. They want the original video.
Okay. So I'll tell you, since you don't like questions, I'm just gonna give you a fact then, right? People that don't watch React content do not get served React content. If somebody wants to watch us react it, oh, well, I thought it being cannibalistic was a problem with you. Well, is it not?
You're going to try to say that the Google algorithm is somehow running D for you? That's crazy. It's stupid.
So you said that it's cannibalistic. I give you a hint on why it's not.
Well, it's the intention. It's the intention.
Okay, so now it's it. So if you want to just keep going back and forth and say, not there, not there, not there.
Okay, so you see no problem with this?
No.
No. Okay. And if you added 20 seconds of commentary to his video and you use the same title and the same thumbnail, you don't see any problem with that?
Oh my God, that is certainly a case.
No.
Okay. There it is.
So it seems like
all you really need to say.
So
it seems that you don't care about. It seems you don't not just care about the law. It seems like you don't care about people's artistic, creative property at all. It seems that you don't have any respect for property at all. IP at least.
It seems like nobody, to my knowledge, has a problem with any of my videos being up right now.
But you're like a prolific thief. You could say, oh, I found one example of you doing this back in whatever year. You're a prolific thief, dude. You do this every day, multiple times a day on your YouTube channel.
Gotcha. So I will go to somebody's house and say, take something, and he doesn't care, right? He generally doesn't, and never reached out. And you go out there and you go and seek the victims out, right? And you failed to establish a pattern of them being cannibalized the way that
well, there's just one. I mean, one is enough, isn't it?
Okay. In that case, it puts the burden of proof on you as well. Then, so you have permission. Yes, because I think
I don't need permission to transform content, dude.
Okay. So one of the videos that I have, but there's 4 of them, so you guys see all of them. If you have proof, you ask permission to any of those, you win by a landslide.
Why would I need proof to transform a video? Oh, I mean, the only one is Meat Canyon because he's my buddy. There's obviously ones where like it's obvious when you're buddies. I actually did ask Meat Canyon.
Oh, it's obvious. So
well, you understand that on Twitch too. There's people that everyone's friends with, and like, but this guy, I mean, Vince.
So. Yeah. Okay, Ethan. So you're making assumptions about me, but we're not making assumptions about you.
Not an assumption. I have a literal fucking message from the guy you stole from. It's not an assumption. It's literally a fact.
Okay, so the whole reason why this debate was in the first place is that people were finding victims that didn't exist. They're saying,
sorry, I just wanted to comment so I can't get accused of stealing content and then get executed and lynched. So, okay.
It's a problem for people. Okay. So you found a person who doesn't like it.
Yes.
And there's multiple ways out.
Actually, he even specifically named you as the problem. He said the other people actually clouded me up, where XQC completely stole my shit, added no valuable commentary, and then stole my views. That's specifically what he said, actually.
Okay. So the guy's a problem, and instead of reaching out in any way, shape, or form, he waited for you, the savior of the earth, to come in and just Robin Hood it and just be, guys, I got you, bro. Why?
Okay, so he has no defense for his actions or the fact that people are not happy with him taking their content without permission, and basically just stealing it, adding very little commentary. And so instead of focusing on any of the specifics, it's just, this wasn't a problem until you sought it out. But in the description from the guide specifically, like, I just didn't want to get a drama. Like, I didn't like it, but I didn't want to start drama with a gigantic streamer. And he just messaged one person. So I don't know what he. I mean, if I overturn one stone and I see worms, there's a good chance if I start turning up more stones, I'm going to see a lot more worms. Man, he has no defense for his actions. It's all just diverting to, it's like, how dare you even investigate the situation, Ethan? How dare you ask around about me?
Do you really not understand the concept that small creators wouldn't want to start shit with XQC, one of the biggest, with the craziest fan base in the world? Like, is that really a foreign idea to you, that they wouldn't want to deal with this power dynamic? Like, you would crush them if you said anything. Your fans would harass them into oblivion. That's too foreign for you to understand?
So this guy, 400K subscribers, big views, YouTube videos, small creators that's about to...
He's right, by the way. The Jews, those guys are kind of rabid.
Fucking die from something. Ethan is here to save the day. This person will now be able to afford some food and eat some rice tonight. Well, I'm just saying, because if you make a portrait, if you draw a picture on who this person is, and you say small creator, like struggling and whatnot, instead of I'm saving him, and you're just you are misrepresenting.
So he doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, he does matter, but not in the capacity that you're trying to paint.
Which is what? I don't understand what you're saying.
A small struggling creator. Somebody please help this person before he goes out of business.
Well, no, I didn't say any of that.
Well, you did. You did. You just.
I actually quite literally did not say that.
You said small creator. That's enough.
Well, okay. I was upfront about his sub count. I looked at it. But anyway, let's see.
My bad. I was just wrong. I was just mega wrong. Let's move on. Let's
you have been this entire time. It's fine.
Right.
So yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with this thread, because he actually gave you permission to perform this analysis. Internet archivist. He said, I let XQC repost a reaction to see the impact it had. Okay, and the analysis is basically the video witnessed an 87% decrease in impressions on the day of the re-upload. Okay, and the video also witnessed a 52% decrease in viewers on the day of the re-upload. So I mean, of the evidence that I've seen, then it actually shows that it has either a negligible or potentially even a negative effect on the original video.
Gotcha. So,
and actually, he even made you change the title and the thumbnail. So why do you think he asked you to do that, XQC? He said, don't use the same thumbnail and title. Why do you think he asked you that?
Because as a creator of the IP, like you like to fucking say,
because you siphon views from people, dude. It's so fucking obvious why you do it.
You ask a question and you answer for me. You can have a monologue if you want to. Just mute me and just go on a fucking rant. But if you want to ask me a question, you have to answer. Listen to the answer. Here's the answer. He controls the IP. He wants to be different, right?
How did XQC think this was gonna go? Did he think he was gonna come in here and he was gonna say, hey, Ethan, a few years ago, you had a video where you gave very little commentary, probably somewhere. He didn't even have any good sources. He didn't even watch it seems, beforehand. But he thought he was gonna have his editors edit together like a video compilation, a bunch of clips, throw it at Ethan, and that was gonna fill up an hour and a half or however long this call was going to be, that Ethan wasn't going to come prepared, that Ethan wasn't going to look through your videos and find videos with 20 seconds of commentary, 10 minutes in length. He wasn't going to be able to message people about how you've taken their content and reposted it. I don't know how he thought this was going to go. I think he just thought he was going to post one funny edit, and I saw him smiling during it too. So he really may have thought that this was like the dunk, and then Ethan would be too embarrassed, and then like it would all fall into place and the juicer would win and he'd be on top. There was no way for him to come out on top here. He lost when he chose to engage, it feels like, for Felix. Like there's I don't see a path for him anywhere for victory.
And he wants some changes, and he spoke to us, right? So instead of crying and being a little bitch, it seems like
Vince. Vince is crying and being a bitch. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. Are you
well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Is this Twitter or what?
I don't mean to. I'm just wondering who you're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay. So then, like I said, I was saying, instead of being a little bitch ass, right? I think he understands at least that there's some positives to it, if not a lot of positives, and some of them can actually do better. Right?
He didn't show any positive.
Okay, if it was only negative, he would have asked us to take it down and would have done that, right?
No, he left it up for the experiment, and he said, "Do not use any of my other videos without my permission." He literally told you that.
So it's a social experiment at this point. It's like an experiment. So now it's the guise of experiment, and he's only letting it because it's an experiment now.
Okay, well, I showed you proof it had a negative effect. Do you have proof it had a positive effect?
No, you didn't. No,
what?
You absolutely did not. Absolutely not. So show the stats again.
Sure. So explain how this is good. He said, I'll let you describe. The video witnessed an 87% decrease in impressions on the day of the re-upload. So
Ethan,
explain that dub to me.
Go ahead. Do you, in your position, had a time machine? Answer the question. You do not. Gotcha.
Fuck off, man. He's not even trying. He's not even trying.
So we're going to do the whole, I'll answer for you. You do not have a time machine, right? It is impossible to know how the video would have performed and how it would have went down in its natural curve over time, right? Whether I watched it or not.
That's an assumption. You have no proof. I have proof.
So you use...
I have analytics.
So one data set, right?
You have no data set. At least I have a data set.
Oh my God.
And also, you're the dude stealing content, so the onus should be on you to prove the great benefit of it.
Okay, I get what you're saying, okay? I find it a little bit dishonorable and a little bit disappointing that in the middle of a conversation about analytics, you're
Look at the data. You can argue that XQC has a positive impact on views. Actually, I mean, if it was to go down at the same rate, maybe you could swing that the depreciation would have been less bad. You could make that argument, but you'd have to prove it still.
You have no data set. The onus should be on you to prove the great benefit of it.
Okay, I get what you're saying, okay? I find it a little bit dishonorable and a little bit disappointing that in the middle of a conversation about analytics, you're spewing words to your audience and mine about me stealing and whatnot, when we're trying to prove that it quite literally doesn't help anybody. You're muddying the waters for no reason.
Unpack that, please.
Could you stop, please? Seriously, I mean it. It's gonna get really bad. I don't want to do like the whole insult ad hominem thing because you're doing that.
It's just a statement of fact.
So
not an insult.
Okay, I mean, okay. So as we go forward, you are fucking bald. You're very bald. You're balding. Your hair's thinning and it's gray, which means that you're old as fuck. Got it. Okay, shall we continue? Is this fun?
The premise is false.
What is he doing, man? You're bald. XQC, you have stolen people's content. You add very little commentary. Your work isn't transformative. The people that you react to don't want you reacting to them. What do you have to say? You're bald. You're old. Old and bald. Old and bald. I would say this debate was a tie. This debate was 50-50. Kind of hard to get an exact prediction, but I think pretty even.
Baldy, my friend.
Is this fun for you?
I have a beautiful hairline.
Baldy, is this fun for you or not?
I'm having trouble with the premise. It has a striking resemblance to you trying to argue other points. It literally has no premise at all. It has no basis in reality.
You're just throwing insults for the sake of
doing it. Go ahead. I'm going
it.
to be quiet. I'm going to sit away. I'm going to pack. I'll sit away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you've done any statistical analysis in the past. I don't know if you've maybe had a stat class. Do you have any experience with statistics or not?
Go ahead.
Stats. Do you have any experience? It's a question. Do you have any experience with statistics or not?
Go ahead. Just make your point. What does it matter?
Okay. The curve of a video and on how it performs, that looks like a natural curve, right? You can see it's already going down before I watch it, and it keeps going down at a certain rate past it, right? Do you have any proof or any indicators that the video would have performed poorly or better after the reaction.
So obviously, any data that we do have, which is of course just one, definitely proves that if it did have an effect, it's negative or negligible. And as the guy who is right? I mean, you certainly can't say that this helped the video. Are you actually arguing that a 87% decrease helped the video, XQC? That's really what you're arguing to me right now. That's awesome, dude.
So we're gonna go ahead and have the conclusion that you did not have a statistics class at all.
I understand your point, but like, but it's not making any sense. How is it that a 52% decrease in viewers is a dub for you?
Because it could have been a 65%. It could have been a 65% decrease, right?
It could have been worse. Yeah, it could have been worse. But
okay. Do you have any proof that it would have been or wouldn't have been?
He's found some wiggle room.
Do you have any?
It's not a good argument, but he's found wiggle room at least. He's on his feet. He's conscious.
Did it behind that or not?
I mean, dude, that's such a silly way to try to deflect from this really compelling data.
Because in my data sets, I have a lot.
By the way, if you want to help me get some really compelling data, you can go to DylanBurns.tv, DylanBurns.tv, and donate and subscribe to support my journalism here in Ukraine. Thank you very much. I have to shill. My editor told me I have to shill more.
A bunch of them, and all the video curves have the same.
That you're looking for any excuse, any out to justify you stealing content from people, even in the face of data that suggests that it's not okay.
And here it comes. When the man fails to compile data properly, like somebody who knows what he's doing, you make a conclusion based on one piece of data that you don't even understand. Is this a way to proceed with for you or not? Is this a way to argue and have that conversation, or what's going on here? I don't get it.
Well, me neither, dude. You're trying to tell me that a significant decrease in views is a dub.
Ethan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just lost 16 viewers since you've talked. Clearly, you're robbing me.
How do you know that you're not boring? Maybe you're the fucking boring one.
Oh, you're saying it's impossible to know because we only have one.
No, I know.
Right?
You're definitely more boring and not as fun to watch.
Oh,
that's a fact.
That really
that's a joke, of course. I think you're very entertaining. You're very talented.
Oh, thanks, man.
So I'll say this.
Dude, I don't understand streamers, man. They could call each other the meanest names in the world, be as fucking, and then immediately just like, "Oh, you're cool, dude. Yeah, I love you, man." It's fucking, man. You couldn't try this shit at a construction site. That wouldn't be. I don't know if that'd be possible. Then again, I know a lot of streamers that are also very spiteful. But I guess it's better people behave that way anyway, though. I should encourage this behavior. I shouldn't mock it.
Ultimately, I'm pretty perplexed by this conclusion that I guess negative data. Even
Dylan, do you think the graphs actually show anything? I mean, it shows that he didn't give him a big bump. I think that's really it. I mean, what XQC is saying, what Felix is saying, could actually be true. But we have no way to know. I think it's probably either likely, and I do think Ethan's assessment here is true, that it either had a negative effect, which is possible, or I think this is more likely, though, that it had a negligible effect. It basically had almost no effect. And so it just continued to decline as normal.
Just one data set.
Okay, I got you. You know what, dude? You want to go? I really didn't think you would bite on the data thing because you were going to get fucking clapped, right? But since you want the data, okay. I mean, even though you're the one that has to prove something that's negative, I can.
Before you do that, can you do me a favor? Read number 3 of his stipulation.
Which stipulation?
Hold on. Dan will pull it up for you. This is one of his stipulations.
Use a different thumbnail for excuse reaction video. Make direct competition in my video and minimize audio.
I'm sorry. I'll read it because with peace and love, I don't think many people understood that. Use a different. I mean, just being fair. Use a different thumbnail for XQC's reaction video to prevent any direct competition with my video and to minimize viewer confusion. Direct competition, viewer confusion. Even he thinks so. That's why you use the same title and thumbnail, bro. Why are you denying reality?
Well, that Valorant accent, I just lost fucking 16 viewers again. Holy fuck, it's kind of crazy.
It better be funny or something, bro.
Well, I'm just telling you.
React harder, XQC.
The way it says you, bro. Hey, listen, you're the guy who sits like this in fucking 20 degrees and does this.
So the transformative nature is about how straight you sit. Got it.
Oh, Ethan, you want to talk about amount of transformation? Then if we want to move on to that topic, let's just get some of your.
Hey, I just lost 16 viewers. You all hate Ukraine.
I think your wife's old merch, right? Which is a direct
yes, I love this topic.
I saw that. I've seen it. And some of the arguments you had against it. Oh my God! I think I changed the angle by 16 degrees, and I changed a little bit of the gamma color on this one. That's very transformative. Okay, Ethan, I'm gonna watch your entire thing, not react in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna change the color of the gamma and opacity, and I'm gonna rotate it sideways. That's gonna be transformative, right? Ethan, come on.
So let me ask you, before I address that, and I'm happy to, I'm going to address everything you said about Teddy Fresh.
Dude, I don't even know what XQC, what is something that XQC could do at this point to make it worse? Does it get worse? Does anybody know who's watched past this point and could tell me? Does it get worse? Because I feel like we've hit rock bottom. I think accusing the guy of being a paid actor, you can't really get any lower than that. It gets worse. No, it can't get worse. What does he do next? Does he start like flirting with like anti-Semitism? Like, does he like, maybe what Kanye said was right. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Well, maybe the people who should have gotten what could have said? Like, what do you think juicer stands for, Ethan? Like, what? I don't know how bad it can't get that much worse. Like, accusing the people of having problems with you stealing their content, of just being paid actors, feels like rock bottom. He could have just asked after the fact, but he just slammed straight into it. It can and it does. Yeah, sure it will. Okay. I think you guys are hyping it a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see.
Go ahead.
What does it matter if I'm a hypocrite? How does that affect this conversation we're having? Genuinely, because we're talking about the philosophical nature of taking people's videos, right? And I'm having this conversation with you, but instead of answering the question, you're constantly deflecting to prove that, no, I'm a bad guy. And I don't see why you would do that other than the fact that you don't have a good argument to argue the substance. Like, why do you keep deflecting? What does it matter if I'm a hypocrite?
Ethan, sometimes you send it like a tweet, and people comment in the bottom and they say, there's still time to delete this.
But what Ethan just said was 100% true, though. Like, even if he could prove that Ethan is a hypocrite, which Ethan's already admitted to, by the way, that, well, not a hypocrite, but at least that he used to behave like this. Even if he could prove that, it doesn't prove that what he's doing is okay. It would only prove that both of you would need to correct your actions. It's like if somebody accuses you of corruption and you're like, yeah, but they're corrupt too. Like, okay, good. So you both suck.
Listen, Ethan, there's still time.
I mean, even then, Ethan would be better because at least he'd be somewhat self-aware.
Time to fucking end the call and you go about your day, okay? Before you say some really fucking dumb shit, okay? When you're out.
I'm sorry, what?
Meant to argue the substance. Like, why do you keep deflecting? What does it matter if I'm a hypocrite?
Ethan, sometimes you send it like a tweet, and people comment in the bottom and they say, there's still time to delete this. Listen, Ethan, there's still time to fucking end the call and you go about your day, okay? Before you say some really fucking dumb shit, okay? When you're out here saying, what does it matter
that sounded like a threat.
The fucking point.
That I'm a hypocrite. I'm just saying, when you say, well, dude, what does it matter that I'm a hypocrite? Well,
no, I'm genuinely curious, but I'll answer the Teddy Fresh before you do your monologue.
It discredits all your points. It makes you look like
it doesn't. No, I'm genuinely curious. No. You took the high road. No, I really want you to answer it.
And you fell on your face flat. No, it's time to lay on the facts.
No, it's an interesting philosophical question.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, first of all, the Teddy Fresh thing. So Teddy Fresh is a company with 30 employees. And by the way, I love whenever someone's losing a debate to me, they bring this up. It's literally the lowest hanging fruit. And if you know anything about me, you know I've talked about this 1,000 times, but I'll address it because you brought it up.
Go ahead.
We have like a whole team of designers, and sometimes our designers are taking stuff way too close to the source. And I agree, and it's not okay.
Give a fuck. So does my editors, which makes us about equal on that topic.
So this is literally, so he didn't listen to what Ethan said at all about, even if you prove that I am a hypocrite, that does not make you okay. All you've done is prove that I'm a hypocrite. That doesn't justify your action. You didn't listen to a single moment of that. Not a single solitary thing.
So you can still sometimes when somebody gets confused at the company,
You want to?
when one of the sweatshop guys gets it wrong,
Hold on.
oh my bad. But when my editor gets it wrong, oh no, we are thieving.
Hold on.
Wait, I mean, what do you mean gets it wrong? I mean, like, they like release videos with 20 seconds of commentary on 10 minutes. Like, that's crazy. It's not getting it wrong. That's just theft.
Let me finish my point.
Yeah, bring out healing.
Like, I mean, like, I guess you could call it getting it wrong, but I mean, he's done it more than once. Hasan said it best: the internet cares more about perceived hypocrisy than legitimate injustice. Wow. Brave and intelligent Hasan. He can always inform us a little bit more. We should all watch his streams much more. Yes. Yes.
Hey, bring him in.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
Your husband is bald.
My husband looks awesome.
Dude, my hairline is... You really... Okay, dude, the fact that you're coming for my hairline just proves how fucking delusional your whole... That's a metaphor for all of your arguments. Okay, Teddy Fresh, we have designers, right? And it's a big... We have a fairly large company. This is a common problem in all streetwear. We've had designers who have pretty much close to stole designs. We fired people over it. And every time it comes up, we have company meetings and say, guys, this is unacceptable. If you're caught doing this, you will be fired.
And we've made a strict guideline, and it doesn't happen anymore.
What have
it
you
hasn't
done?
happened.
What have you done to prevent it?
Okay. So this is really good.
Damn, and the thing that this actually kind of hooks in with something that Ethan was saying earlier about taking accountability. I know Felix was asking for accountability earlier. Like, hey, if you're asking for me to take accountability, you take accountability. And now Ethan is saying, okay, we've done this before. It was bad. We're trying to fix it. This is what we've done to fix it. Taking accountability. Now the onus is on Felix.
Okay.
You done?
Okay. That's what you sounded like.
Is he done or?
No, he's done. You can talk. He's done.
I'm just being silly. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you put up with this shit. I would fucking leave his ass. Anyway,
I'm having a third child with him.
No, you're getting divorced. Wait, XQC didn't even say we're getting divorced yet. Go ahead.
XQC is getting.
You know, our 4-year-old though.
Did you just say XQC is getting divorced? Did he go through something recently? You know what? I don't need that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Would love your giraffe. I don't know who you got it for, but our 4-year-old would love your giraffe in the back.
Don't buy it. It's way too pricey for no reason. But I like it a lot.
Okay. Oh, he is getting divorced? Like actually getting divorced? Wait, no, he's actually getting divorced. Oh, he was through a messy breakup. Oh, gotcha. No, divorce or breakup? And a common law marriage. Oh, no, it's a meme? Okay, I don't care. I don't believe you guys. See, actually, no, you guys are trying to trick me now. Now I feel like I'm getting tricked. I feel like you guys are scamming me. That's not why Ethan said that, though. But Ethan didn't say that. Somebody else said that. Somebody else on the show. I think his name's Dan. Oh, they are separating. Okay, got you. So it's just like, a girlfriend, a bad breakup. Common law marriage isn't a meme or a tactic, it's the law. Okay, I don't need to get into I don't know the specifics, but he's going through a bad breakup and he referenced it there. Okay, yeah, no, that's a... Oh, damn, this stuff's getting personal, man. This stuff's getting personal. And you can see, like, he's already on the edge. You can already see he's on the edge. He feels like he's getting pushed because he feels... I mean, I don't want to assume what he's feeling, but I would assume he's feeling like his entire kind of like catalog of work, all of this effort that he's put in, all of these things that he's achieved, because man's fucking wealthy as fuck, gigantic audience. I think he's kind of feels like it's all being taken into question almost. He might start feeling that way instead of just, you know, maybe reassessing how he does React content. I don't know, but it feels like he's getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and he's gonna get wound up. And comments like that, man, that might send him over the edge. I don't know. You guys said what you guys did say it would get worse.
That's really cute. Okay, so let me just.
Sorry, Hila came to defend Teddy Fresh because you're talking about her
I
business.
actually wasn't planning to come in, but you brought up Teddy Fresh. Listen, then talk to me, because I'm the person running Teddy Fresh, not him.
Yes.
You want to talk about it, talk to me.
I understand, Hila.
Okay.
And the reason why I brought up that point, okay, is that sometimes some things happen where it's somebody else's fault, it's a mistake, it's a whatever, right? And some things just gonna happen, right? It's just kind of human nature, and just it's a course of time.
That's bullshit.
And the question is, what do you do about it?
Yeah, what are you doing about it on a daily basis?
I took action about it,
Yeah.
and it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Since things came up online, people pointed out to us. We had meetings at the office. We made guidelines. When we work with new graphic
What are you
design-
doing about it? That's the question.
What are you doing?
Okay. So if you guys stop bombarding and you actually listen to the
This
answer.
isn't bombarding. I'm
Stop
talking.
with the fucking posturing.
I'm defending my company.
You don't just answer the question. You don't need to do these like, if you'll stop interrupt, just answer the fucking question, bro. Nobody cares.
All right. Okay. I'll answer the question.
Okay.
So what you are agreeing with me is that sometimes, right, there's gonna be a mistake. There's gonna be something that somebody doesn't want.
Daily basis with you.
Go on.
And you will rectify it after the fact, in hindsight, correct?
Yes.
What we did is not okay. You continue to do it on a daily basis several times.
I want to give more commentary because I feel like I'm stealing now, but it's like they're just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again because he's not. So it's like the same arguments over and over and over again with a new can of paint, but the paint is like more and more angry.
It would be different if I came here and I said, I don't care. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm distributing to those guys who made the original graphic. I'm making their life better while I'm sitting in a Gucci shirt, you know?
Okay. Yeah, that was like $1,000 is what it is.
I know.
Exactly. Which I don't know why you would bring that up, to be honest. That's kind of, you want to talk about low-hanging fruit?
I thought it was a good point because you're taking.
Because you're saying
Hold
that
on,
you
Let's
care.
not muddy. Let's not answer the question. You do nothing to rectify it while we do. So go ahead. What are you doing about it on a daily basis?
Every single person that has brought up a negative point about the videos.
But you don't change what you do.
We have. Well, absolutely we have.
You literally said, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, but I still do the right thing, though.
Which is what?
Right? Which is?
Wait, so is he admitting that what he's doing is wrong? But he doesn't care, but he's gonna do the right thing. So he's admitting that he's wrong? So he's admitting, okay. So he's admitting that he's doing something wrong, but he still wants to do the right thing even though he doesn't care about, okay. That's the new position.
Work to make better thumbnails, better description, and to better work with the creators that are behind the video so that we don't fuck them over and they actually gain something from it. Now, I'd like to talk with Hila for a minute. So what you're saying is that you're repairing from hindsight, which is something that Ethan tried to get at me at, right? And then you brought the fact that we have 30 employees to help us out. Okay, fair enough. Then I, XQC,
Oh, I was actually thinking about this because I don't know how much commentary I add to this that's useful. Most of this is just entertaining to me because I'm not too emotionally invested. So I'm just it's entertaining to me. Maybe since I'm debating in my head on whether I should upload this because I don't know how much I'm adding, I could say that me reacting to this without the regular level of commentary is in it of itself a commentary on the topic in question and not compensating commentators with good commentary. Not compensating commentators for stealing their work or not using good commentary. So I am personating XQC. Basically, I'm getting an excuse to steal. That's what I'm doing.
whatever the corporate company, a parent company is, right? Well, we only have like 2 employees, 2 editors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And help us out, guys. Like, this is so sad. We only have 2 guys. We're playing the victim card here, right? Well, they sometimes make mistakes too, right?
It hasn't happened to us in a long time since we took action. This just happened to you on a daily basis.
I think the difference, if I can say, is that I've been listening And when Ethan is asking you about this, for example, you don't say that this is wrong. The thumbnail, the the matching thumbnail and title, you say, I did it because I like it.
No, he says they're working on better thumbnails.
So the answer has changed now. If this is your answer, that sounds a lot better. You know?
The only reason why it's changed, okay, is that I'm trying to make a bold point for him to latch off the fact that he's on the fucking high road. He chose a high road the whole process, okay?
That's your problem.
I'm right. When you are on the high road, it is a thin fucking road when on the high road, okay? Because you have to be really tight with what you do, the things that you say, and how you act, right?
I think he's doing fine. He's live every day for hours.
Please, I'm talking to Ethan, or you don't interrupt me. Okay, so now you're taking the high road, okay? You have to be really tight in how you operate, right? So we say things like, oh, well, he does this, and I never do this, right? Well, you are wrong, and I just told you.
You haven't proven that.
What? Okay, so the designs you stole. That's called being a thief. A thief.
Oh yeah.
Piece of shit, garbage.
Yes, that was not right when that happened.
Okay.
It hasn't happened in a long time, and we actually made efforts to prevent
what
it.
did he say? I'm sorry. Can we
That's being a thief.
Oh yeah.
Piece of shit, garbage.
Yes, that was not right.
Ass fucker. Yo, I'm an ass fucker. Who's not an ass fucker?
When that happened.
Okay.
It hasn't happened in a long time, and we actually made efforts to prevent it.
Is that like a bottom insult for tops? You ass fuck. I'm sorry.
You have not. You said your efforts to prevent it is better thumbnails and titles, bro. This is your example of better thumbnails and titles. This was 2 weeks ago. Same name, same fucking thumbnail. The guy you did the experiment says, change my thumbnail, change the name so that my audience doesn't get confused and so that you don't steal my views. Why are you denying that? It's so obvious.
Okay, so like I said, we
answer the question.
What's the question?
The question is, how is it that you can deny that you're stealing views and intentionally misleading audience to clicking your fucking video?
Intentionally? That is not intentional.
How is? Oh my God. Is it possible? Is it possible?
Go ahead.
Let's say someone comes from your stream. They've watched you all day. They love you. They're a big fan. They watched you react to, let's say, Mr. Beast's new video. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they come to the homepage, and guess what they see there? Mr. Beast's new video. Do you think are they less likely or more likely to click his video after they saw it on your channel? Answer the question, dude.
Well,
more or less likely.
Okay.
No. Just answer one or the other. Two choices.
Less. Got him.
Yeah. Did.
Damn. So then Mr. Beast is,
that proves that you're stealing people's views intentionally.
Okay,
Thank you, bro.
So the views and the click rate in that particular instance, do you think that will end up being a raw loss of the creator or not?
Sorry?
Are we done talking about Teddy Fresh?
Yeah, if we're done talking about Teddy Fresh, it'd be better because I don't want to feel like we're ganging up.
Get out, thief, before I fucking Robin Hood this shit. Before I start spreading the wealth of your company to other people. Holy shit, I'm about to come at you guys for things and designs. Jesus Christ, bro.
You're being pretty silly, but ours is defensible. Yours is not. Or at least we've made, it's not defensible, but anyway, you know what? I mean, I don't see this conversation going much.
Guys, it is defensible thievery, guys. It's stealing in the right way.
No, I retracted that as soon as I said it, right? What you heard. I said we've corrected the error, an understandable error, in my opinion, one that you refuse to remedy after time and time and time again. You provide me zero direct answers, and frankly, I think you know you're wrong, and I think you don't care that you're wrong because it benefits you greatly. You make a lot of money. You don't want to change what you do. And here's another thing. You're not going to be able to make 12 hours of content for Kick, who paid you $100 million, if you can't steal other people's content. Because if you don't, what the fuck are you going to do all day? Sit there and gamble? Nobody's going to watch that shit. Nobody's going to watch this shit already. They don't care about you even have an argument. It's clear you're not very good at that. You lost 12 viewers, man. My views are very good right now, by the way.
So I think we need like a therapist to give us a hint on when the tantrum ends. When does it end, Ethan? It seems like when you go on these tangents, you go on a rampage, you just ramble and ramble without making any concise point or a question. Is it you're done with that shit? Can we talk like adults now or not?
I think this conversation has kind of been exhausted.
People would rather watch me full screen cam do the fucking worm
do
than
that.
watch your prime.
Bro,
watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
What is happening?
Yes, do that, bro. Dude, do a
you
week.
fucking love it, man.
Bro,
This is the most money you've gotten in the
great.
past fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome. Do a week of no react content.
Oh man. Oh,
Even
man,
a
oh,
day.
man.
Even a day.
Okay.
Do
Ethan,
one
okay,
day
then.
without react content. I'm serious.
Hey, Ethan. Let's see your wife's merch sales on the first wave when knives and designs were stolen.
90%.
Let's see the figures.
Wait, hold on. You're just being.
Dude, I honestly, I think he's given up. I think he's given up at trying. I don't think he's trying anymore. Dylan, why has that never happened on my show? Why that didn't happen on Hippy Dippy? I never. What's the weirdest thing that happened on Hippy Dippy? I'm trying to think about what's the weirdest thing that's happened on Hippy Dippy. I don't know. But man, yeah, no, that never happened on Hippy Dippy.
Silly, bro.
Am I being silly? Prove me wrong. Because clearly the burden of proof is on you now, right? Because if you make an argument, then you have to prove it. You go ahead, prove it.
You haven't even shown. I mean.
Oh yeah, an East Asian guy getting called white presenting. Yeah, that was a weird moment.
What? Dude, you're being silly, bro. You're being ridiculous.
Well, it seems like I have to prove everything, and you have to prove nothing.
That's not at all what's been happening.
And you've done nothing except prove some defunct
All right, thank you,
email
buddy.
out of
It
some
was a
paid
good
actor.
chat. I think that we've done a good job at getting to the heart of what you care about and how you feel about.
I'm sorry. I know he probably has actually other things to say, but he sounds so much like a little puppet dog. Wait, no, please, no, no, go away, no, please, no, wait, no. I'm sorry, man. He's done so poorly that at this point, like he's at a place where like he can unironically just like dip and like no one would ever blame him because he's like XQC has said so little of value. It's like nobody would have like really believe he would have anything of value to say. But on the other end, it is safer for Ethan to quit while he's ahead, huh? It is safer.
Taking people's videos, I think it was illuminating. I think we had a really good conversation.
Oh my God, it's Jover.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have anything else interesting to say, so I think we can wrap it up.
Really? Well, I think your audience thinks I have something interesting to say. It's just the problem is that you're running.
How long do you want me to sit here and listen to you, watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm? I have a show to do, dude. Unlike you, I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. But me, I planned this. I have a show. I have a schedule. This has stopped being interesting because you're just sitting there saying silly shit and doing the worm. So with that being said, thank you for calling. I feel like it was very illuminating, and I wish you the best, and I hope you have a great stream.
Gotcha.
Oh, one more question. I wanted to ask him, who is Mr. Chair? Mr. Chair is here. Actually, I'll show this. Fuck. I wanted to ask him that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That was not going anywhere. But here, for the people still watching, here's him talking about Mr. Chair.
I have a concept in my chat called Mr. Chair. If I'm gone and I watch a video and I leave, Mr. Chair watches the video for me. And chat fucking loves Mr. Chair more than they like me. Chat hates
I think that means that they like the original video.
So bad.
Which the views of which you're stealing. But he's saying, yeah, I just walk away in my chair.
It's a joke.
My chair does the work for me.
It's a joke.
They love Mr. Chair.
It's a joke.
And for them, that has value. And I think that can't be understated.
The chair adds value. The chair.
It's a
He
joke.
said the chair, the empty chair adds value. How can I have a conversation with this guy? The truth is that he wants to be radically honest about what he's doing. He wants to say, I don't care about this. I'm doing it. I don't care. He wants to make $1 million. He wants to make $1 million exceptions. Oh, if they come to me, I'll pay them. Putting the fucking onus on the victim to come to him, the biggest content creator in the world, where there's a huge power dynamic. The one guy I did talk to, Vince, says he doesn't want the heat. And of course, why would he, right? I mean, he's clearly not very stable to begin with. I mean, he hasn't slept in a fucking day. And so, you know, sending him a complaint could easily backfire on somebody. And he wants to be radically honest about it. But when it comes time to explain what he's doing is wrong, he won't own it. He's radically honest up to a point where you say, why are you naming it the same title and the same thumbnail as
So somebody told me that SQC went on Destiny's thing. I don't want to like this is over. This is done. But can we see SQC Destiny? Somebody said he went on Destiny's stream, right? And somebody said he got like heated about it. What about this one? Is it this one? Right here? Is this the follow-up? No more? I'm a little I just want to see what I just want to see the tempo. Is this I think this is it, right?
No, it doesn't.
No. This is the original debate. This is the original debate. Oh, Destiny tells XQC the truth about his performance versus Ethan Klein. Okay, here it is.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How'd that go, like? Did you watch it or not?
I watched it, yeah.
How did I do? Tell me how, actually. Just don't straight up. If I did really bad, you just tell me. I don't care. Listen, I'm not trying to cash in a win or whatever, but yeah, go ahead.
I'd put it between, I'd give you a 2.5 on a 10 scale.
Okay, tell me why.
Okay, just a couple things, okay? So, one, okay, I think it would help to organize your thoughts before a debate, like do like a formal outline, because I think Ethan does that, and it helps him to keep his thoughts straight, because you want to like rattle off a lot of different things, and it's tempting to go to a lot of different places, so that's one. And then two, I think you gotta bring the chill way up, and the snark way down, because it seemed like you were getting like really mean really quickly.
But you told me this was about optics. Now, if it is all about worldview and morality, I had to just get him mad, and I got him mad. I don't know.
I don't think he was ever mad in that conversation. I think he probably feels pretty good about all of that. I don't think he was.
I don't think there's a singular.
He's cushioning this in the best way possible to try to get it through to him. But man, he did bad. Man, he did bad.
Creator that likes to be at their peak viewership and exit out of a convo room, saying that he's balling out and he's happy.
So was his goal to make Ethan mad? Was that actually the goal?
You don't believe that either. I think you're just kind of trolling.
Okay. Well, if you think I'm trolling, I won't give you any feedback at all. I know for a fact, 1,000,000,000%, we can come back in 2 years and revisit this, but he's absolutely not mad. That conversation probably went better than he could have ever expected it. He had you crawling around like a worm on his screen while he was like getting point after point after point after point after point.
Well, I'm garnering views and I'm fucking, I guess I'm stacking deals in cash when he's fucking mauling out there.
It's meant literally. Oh, that was funny. Oh God. Oh my God. I'm lightheaded. I want to hear that again, actually.
We can come back in 2 years and well, if you think I'm trolling, I won't give you any feedback at all. I know for a fact, 1,000,000,000%, we can come back in 2 years and revisit this, but he's absolutely not mad. That conversation probably went better than he could have ever expected it. He had you crawling around like a worm on his screen while he was like getting you point after point after point after point after point.
Well, I'm garnering views and I'm fucking, I guess I'm stacking deals in cash when he's fucking mauling out there, man. It seems like I'm doing pretty good for myself, to be honest. I try to sprinkle some content. My bad. Next time I'm just gonna sit here and fucking wait till Ethan rolls out 1,000 word rant and have his wife come in and fucking support him as some fucking character, man. Pog. What was that, man? I don't get it.
Well, I think if the goal was to just make money or make content, I mean, you're always winning there, but I don't think that's what the debate is right?
He tried to make the money argument the whole time. That
I'm saying that if the goal is to see who has more money by the beginning and end of the debate, obviously you won that, right? But
then don't bring fucking antics and whatever, because I mean that's the only way I could get the point across. That like, yeah,
I think I think there are strategies before doing the worm that we can employ to get points across. I think.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead. So I'm supposed to not anger him and bring the stats way down.
Yeah, I think that like being more chill, unless the other person is freaking out. I think that if you go like really hard, I think I think it looks a little bad optically.
The what? If I went too hard, you think?
Yeah, I think you went way over the top really quickly, in terms of like.
I thought he went over the top like crazy. He kept not letting me talk, asking questions and then not letting me answer. He didn't want to bring up data. He bought out one video. He bought my video and watched the whole thing. But when it's time to play my video, he just kept pause, comment. This is not a fair representation. It's not how you conduct an argument.
Sure. I mean, I agree he was cutting you off a lot. That was true. And it was fair for you to bring that up, to ask to finish a point. That's true as well. But like, when it came to comparing the videos, what do you think his issue was with your video over his video of you?
Oh, because he has the impression that we're editing and we're cutting it, right? Except we're just pausing and it's spliced in.
Kind of. Well, his issue is that like if you're going to evaluate whether a video is like a transformative fair use video, the whole video is pretty important to consider. So his issue is if you're just editing moments of silence in a video, that's not really what he's talking about. It's not necessarily the same thing as like, yeah, the overall video.
I don't understand how he still doesn't get it.
So the only reason why we brought these arguments is that I used his argument against him of the 40 seconds. He's just sitting there. 40 seconds. He's just sitting there, right? When in his videos, he does a lot of sitting there and 40 seconds, no talk, right? That I'm flipping back the points on himself, and he had no argument. He had to retreat.
Wait, did he just say that like that Ethan has videos where like for 30 seconds he won't talk? Is that his comparison to what he does? And let me hear that again.
Of the 40. Okay. So the only reason why we brought these arguments is that I used his argument against him of the 40 seconds. He's just sitting there. 40 seconds. He's just sitting there, right? When in his videos he does a lot of sitting there and 40 seconds no talk, right? That I'm just using.
There's a difference between a 10-minute video getting like 40 seconds of commentary and there being a 40% gap in talking in a video.
I'm flipping back the points on himself, and he had no argument. He had to retreat twice from both arguments. And when I was going to go to the third one, he said, "Let's change topic." He did that both times. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Am I supposed to reel him back or start crying or do a tantrum? I don't know how to reel him back at that point.
Yeah, no, he got torn in half. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oof. Whoa, this place is weird. Welcome, Tampon, to site chat. Man, that was really embarrassing. I'm humiliated as XQC used to be Team Twitch, but now he's Team Kick. So I guess that shields it. Actually, Twitch didn't take any strays here. Man, I thought it would be better. I thought he would have more of a response, and it always got worse. It'll never get worse than when he said, okay, I will say the worm, and accusing of my two favorite moments is when he did the worm and when he accused the testimony of one of the people he stole content from of being fake and him actually being an actor. Those were my two favorite moments. What was your guys' favorite moments? Can I get some favorite moments?